really off-putting.
Well, the anime, I mean,
You've never seen.
Yeah, but you've never seen it yet.
You've never
You're going
seen
from
texture
drawings.
on a fucking Pokemon character in your life, except for Incineroar. Finally,
ever.
Yeah, but see, certain Pokemon, it makes sense. Like Pikachu's a rat, a mouse. Okay, fine. I can tolerate that. But like some of those other ones, Jigglypuff is just weird.
Jigglypuff is kind of weird though.
Some of them are weird. Like Mr. Mime.
I didn't even notice Jigglypuff.
Really?
Mr. Mime does not
They
look weird.
like
Mr. Mime
pause.
No,
and
well,
say-
Mr. Mime looks weird just in
And then
general.
truly, they just like pause and like, here's Jigglypuff. How you miss it?
Let me look. I'm watching
Yeah,
it.
she's the one. The dude's asleep right next to her and everything. Some of them I don't mind fur on. Like I said, Pikachu being based off a rat, that's fine. Jigglypuff, considering she's based off.
Oh, yo, we started. I didn't know.
Oh, did we? Oh, so he's just so this is the game Juice is playing from now on.
Mhm.
He's just gonna be a piece of shit about
I
it.
wanted to get your real thoughts. Real
Well, I mean,
thoughts.
I'm conflicted because I give the trailer a lot of praise. The trailer has a lot of callbacks to the games. Like if you like when he talks about, I remember you when you were a kid, you want to be a Pokemon trailer, and you get to see his room. There actually are references to the other games. Like it says Sinnoh League. Like so, that's why I was conflicted because it's actually giving more credence and fan service to the fans of the games than I thought it would. But it's primarily my biggest issue is some of these designs for the Pokemon in 3D.
Pikachu looked absolutely perfect. I thought. No, there's not one thing I would
I am
change about
surprised
Pikachu.
how positive people's reactions have been about that.
What else could you do? You can't make a more perfect looking Pikachu.
I am surprised because I was just kind of off put when I first saw it.
I think honestly, I think it's because you're just used to.
You're just too much of a Pokemon purist. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
you're used to seeing no textures on your Pokemon.
And you think that's just the way it is. But if they were
No.
real,
If they were real, they would have.
No,
fur
listen,
It would look
I'm not
odd.
against.
Scales.
I'm not against every Pokemon that some of these Pokemon having textures. I just think some of them shouldn't. That's my thing. Like Pikachu, fine with even some of the other ones we saw, like the Emolga on the shops and the Bulbasaur. I'm kind
Greninja
of
looks great, yo.
say
You
what?
want them motherfuckers to look like Smurfs and shit.
Oh hell no!
Yeah, Jigglypuff looks.
Yeah.
I mean, Jigglypuff would look weird without some kind of hair, just being.
You mean like the way
smooth.
she's been the whole time she's been created?
That would just.
Bruh.
Look,
Yeah, but we don't know how.
You're in
she
the
would-
real world now. They have
Yeah,
to
it's the
think
real
about
world.
you're talking about
type of
3DS is the most we've ever seen Jigglypuff. Like N64 visuals, other than I don't know if Jigglypuff's not in this Let's Go game, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Is it-
she's
But still, even in Let's Go, they haven't done textures for any of the Pokemon. They're still
right.
very
They're still
flat
like
in
using
the way.
that. Those flat.
I just think
kinda-
I just personally think some of them should have been a little bit more varied because it felt like they kind of stuck to. And I think,
Charizard don't have fur.
well, I would hope not.
The ninja don't have fur.
That makes sense because they're based off of lizards and frogs. Like I'm cool with it.
I want to
the
see some
animal-
scales though.
But
Well,
yeah,
that well, I-
Charizard's not just two colors. He's actually got texture and scales
Yeah.
and
well, they make
Nichols.
Charizard look like a
He needs to
fucking
be straight
like a
red
threat. That man looks
or
horrible.
orange.
Especially when you see him like rile his mouth open and Pikachu's in midair. It's like, oh my goodness.
what's that duck looking thing? in
That's
the cap?
Psyduck. That's another one that's weird, but that's also because I think for me it's just
You
gonna
gotta
be
play some Pokemon,
it's gonna be a weird transition.
We're talking about Pokemon characters, and you're talking about them being weird. They are. Look at this
No,
mime
because,
character.
yeah,
This
but
mime character is
You're also
weird.
gonna learn from my perspective. I've been looking at these characters.
Are they animals? Are they robots? I mean, what the hell's going on?
Well, see, listen, I don't care if they're not based off of an animal. It's more of the animal they're based off that makes it seem weird for certain ones.
Charizard.
I just think you're
Yeah, but
looking
some
at it
are
in a
robots.
very weird way that's like
You mean
think,
the way? Oh yeah, because it's not like
It's- I think it's the way you
franchise or anything.
Exactly. I think it's the way you think you thought they would look like, but in all reality, if they
I
were
can-
genuinely real creatures, they wouldn't
I
look
just
like a
want to make it.
cartoon.
I want to make it stated. It's not like I'm against all of their
You're just a
translations.
hater. never-
Don't be a hypocrite, James. Don't be a hypocrite, because when you saw Masters of the Universe, that movie, you was like, "What the hell is this bullshit?" They don't look anything like the cartoon.
Oh God.
I would say if Kirby had fur, that might look funny.
Oh, why does that look
Because
funny?
because he inflates. Doesn't
So does Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff does? I've never seen.
Fucking please too. What the hell, bro?
What do you mean you haven't? Have you not?
I've never seen Jigglypuff. You talking about his final smash when he like expands?
No, I mean like even in the show and in the games.
I don't know.
It's I mean it's called the balloon Pokemon for a
His name
reason.
is Jigglypuff. What the fuck?
I've only-
he puffs.
Yeah,
I've only
it inflates. That's why I think-
Jigglypuff in Smash Brothers, to be honest.
God damn.
Really? Wow.
Mhm.
You hear these Nintendo fans, y'all, in the chat?
I'm a little surprised then.
These
because I thought-
pretendos we got
But
in this
I will
podcast.
say, I'm
I
gonna
saw
retract.
him. I saw him, and I think Pokemon Rumble or some shit. I don't remember.
All right, just
There's
shut up.
Red Knight has that.
Thank you, Ruby
Kirby.
Sakurai. Jigglypuff is literally called the balloon Pokemon. Like,
Yeah, that's literally what it's known as. That's why I'm like, how are people surprised?
I
I've
guess,
seen
but-
Fluffy or plushy Kirby, and Kirby looks fine with like fur.
I wouldn't want to see Kirby with
I don't
fur
want to
either.
see that shit.
Kirby.
I want to
just-
see him with these long ass hair, man.
Kirby-
All right, now you just want to see him with locks. That's what it is. Like a goddamn Conan and Barbarian.
So let's
locks.
talk about what did you think of the trailer, other than the designs. What did you think of is this a legit movie? Not like I was very skeptical. So
I
me too.
am more positive because it seems like, unlike a lot of other video game translation films, they at least respected the source material. The fact I was surprised they had more than just the original 151 Pokemon in there. You got references for almost every generation. I am very surprised by that. And they seem to have, and even if you pause the film and you look at some of the shops, there are Pokemon references in the names of the
let me
shops.
rephrase.
Mhm.
What did you think of the trailer as a movie?
Oh, as a movie.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't care for was the old dude in the beginning talking about. I don't know. I think just the way he was. I don't know if it's the acting or what. I just didn't
I
like
don't
that.
That's
you're
Ken
gonna see much of-
Watanabe. He's Japanese. That's
Oh, is that
that's his
Ken Watanabe?
delivery.
I didn't know it was Ken Watanabe.
Yeah, that's his delivery of in all his movies. And
Ken Watanabe always talks.
I Watanabe. Yeah, sorry.
Well, then otherwise,
I
I
thought
thought it
see
was.
him more often. Like that's it. That's probably all you're gonna see. Him in.
Yeah,
I just wanted him to say at the end of the trailer, "Let them fight."
Yeah. So
otherwise, it seemed fine as a film.
looks like a legit video game movie with a good budget, and it looks like a legit movie. Like you can't say that about a lot of video game movies. Honestly, it looks like a legit movie with this ridiculous premise that, from my perspective, I didn't even know.
Kind of serious.
And it's
Well, I
like,
think-
wow,
I think that's the only issue is that because it's based off of this like relatively new game, a spinoff from Pokemon, it's like it's cool, but because that's not really the Pokemon film people would have went for in the first place, it's like, yeah, it's all right.
But it's not based on that. Well, it is, but the thing
It kind of is.
the characters, they're all from basic,
yeah, Greninjas.
original Pokemon. This is all Pokemon, regular Pokemon lore.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah,
only
yeah.
difference is that this kid understands this one Pokemon who thinks he's a detective and shit. Like that's, to me, like I'm the happiest. The thing that makes me the happiest about this is that this doesn't come off as some stupid kids movie. Like
Mhm,
yes, it's
yeah.
for kids, obviously, but it doesn't look stupid. Like with dumb humor and
Mhm.
just like
Other than
it seems like it's taking itself serious.
Will Smith
and-
Jr. whatever doesn't seem to be a very good actor
Will Smith
in the trailer.
Really, that's who you. I didn't have an issue with him at all.
Justice Smith?
I thought he was fine.
Yeah, I didn't have any
Yeah.
issue with
I
him.
wasn't buying his,
I just
in that
think if he
trailer.
wasn't Will Smith Jr., you wouldn't have said shit.
I didn't know it was him. Honestly, I had no idea who it was. I'm like, this kid's not very good. And then I was like, watched it again. I was like, that kind of looks like Will Smith's eyes in the first shot you see of him. And then I saw his name.
I didn't even know that.
Just initially, I had no idea who was in this movie. I was just like, not a great actor, but movie looks cool.
Really, I didn't even know that was.
And
He was in
Honestly,
Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom.
I'll never watch that movie, so I didn't.
You're gonna watch that bitch one day. Yeah, that's how much.
I'm just saying that he was in it.
I
He was actually my least favorite character, though.
I honestly would go see this in the theater based on this trailer. That's what.
That's how I felt.
I'm surprised. I'm more surprised by Jews than anyone else saying.
Yeah, same.
because
That's actually pretty good.
Jews, I don't think you give. I don't know. Maybe because it's more of a film than a Pokemon film in a way. Like in the sense that it has like like realistically, you could do this plot and have no difference regardless if there was Pokemon in it or not.
Don't
Yeah.
complain. As a Avatar: The Last Airbender super fan, what I got totally misrepresented that whole mythology. But they're taking Detective Pikachu as the main. But if you look it's like a real world where Pokemon exists. Like they're
Yeah, you hear about people talking about being trainers. That's all there. All the core Pokemon stuff is there.
That's
That's what I
probably
like.
that's probably what has me the most interesting.
Pikachu and no other Pokemon like presence in this movie, then I could understand.
Right.
Well, that's probably the reason why I said I would give it a lot of credit because it at least represents like a legit Pokemon world. Like if you play the games, it feels like that in a lot of ways.
Kind of like the trailer they did for Pokemon Go, and I think even Let's Go, they got a little interaction with like real world Pokemon.
Yeah.
So,
Pokemon just exists. There isn't some origin story or
Yeah.
it's just like they just exist.
Like an
in this
alien
world.
spacecraft.
Well,
Yeah.
and actually brings up because of the way they produce, the way it seems like they're going about this film. He brings up a good point. You could easily do a universe. You can do like a movie franchise within this particular universe.
Literally
I
could,
think
yeah.
they might. If this does well, I think that's exactly what they might do.
Hey, this is totally gonna do great. Like, there's no chance now. Like,
Based on what I've seen, like, here's the thing: Pokemon fans probably will mostly show up. Like, if you're a Pokemon fan and you watch movies, you'll probably be there. But I think this is going to get general audience people too.
Yeah.
Because first of all, Pikachu is very popular. Everybody knows Pikachu. Even if you don't like Pokemon, you know who Pikachu is.
Right.
So smart, like making this around Pikachu and having him talk. I think that's also smart because you can't deal with 2 hours of Pika 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 Pika. Like that would have been too much. It works for the anime and the animated films and stuff, but that I don't think that would have worked for a live action / animation film. So I think it's just smart all around. You're going to get general audience. You're going to get Pokemon fans. And I think it's going to do well because of that.
I just hope they keep...
and then Pokemon Go. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I kind of hope they just go with... Kind of like at the very end of the trailer with the Mr. Mime joke. I hope there's a lot of smaller jokes based around some of the lore of each Pokemon because that is a legit thing.
Yeah.
In the franchise, I like the fact that because Mr. Mime joke was actually funnier than I thought it was going to be.
That was some funny.
That was good. That was good.
Primarily because they did make fun of the fact that that's literally what Mr. Mime does. He creates barriers and shit. And of course, Pikachu not realizing that runs flat first into a barrier. All right, 10 out of 10. Good job. I'll give you points.
That was good stuff.
I do kind of.
That's what I meant by taking it serious. I think they're taking the lore of Pokemon more seriously.
Yeah.
You know, still comical, still funny, but they're taking it more seriously.
I mean, the fact that even Jigglypuff is in the trailer is a reference to the anime because he's holding the little mic marker thing. Where like people fall asleep when it's singing, it gets mad. It takes off the top of the mic and draws on people's faces. Like that's that kind of shit I appreciate.
It's good stuff.
So will this be the best video game or movie based on a video game, Robert?
I think easily. I think
it's better than the damn game, probably.
I think like this shit is gonna fucking. I'm saying it. I'm predicting it's gonna do $1 billion. I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh!
I'm telling you.
That's a little reckless.
It comes out the week after Avengers, but I think Avengers.
That's not great.
That is no.
That's fine because there's a little movie called Inside Out that survived right next to Jurassic World, and I think this is gonna be the same thing, where it'll be the second week. I know, but this is Pokemon, and I guarantee you, I'm telling you, I have a feeling this is gonna do fucking super big numbers.
Well, I guess real quick, what would you consider the best video game adaptation film as of right now, of the ones we currently have?
We got to go back to the 90s. It's easy.
I liked Warcraft, yo. I think
I like Warcraft too, but having not played the game, I can't really.
That shit was unwatchable.
Same with I also like Tomb Raider.
That's the one I thought
was pretty good.
Not the original, the new one.
Yeah, I thought that's the one Juice was gonna lean to. Actually,
mine is even worse than that, and it's Prince of Persia is my favorite.
Really,
based on a video game.
Wow,
it's just like, to me, it's like The Mummy. It's just every time it's on, I can't. If I'm flipping through stations, I stop every time it's on and watch it.
Or like The Mummy 3.
Oh,
I don't know. I think.
What you trying to say, man?
Interesting story, and I mean, I didn't have the biggest budget, and there's definitely some goofiness, but I don't know. I've always liked that movie. So first time I saw it, I was skeptical. I think I was even mad, kind of like when I saw Assassin's Creed trailer for the first time. But man, I've always liked Prince of Persia. I don't know.
Oh, Assassin's Creed was awful, yo.
It's very simple for me. Mortal Kombat.
Really good. I don't know if it's still
represented the
good
game
anymore.
so well. It represented the game so well. Was it kooky and hokey at point? Of course, but it took the game material seriously. And
I prefer Dead or Alive because it's
oh my god,
even more ridiculous. But
oh my god,
Yeah, but see, Dead or Alive is kind of ridiculous in its
so
own right
bad
anyway.
it's good.
I mean, I like movies that they're so bad that they're good, but I hate movies that that are too self-aware. You know, they're like, oh, we know it's going to be stupid. We know we're going to be over the top. To me, it doesn't. It works sometimes. What's the blaxploitation movie with Michael Jai White?
Oh, that I have that movie too. What's the
Thunder? What is it? No.
Let me look.
No, that's not it. I was about to say Black Lightning.
No, that's currently Aaron. We're still going to that one.
Yeah. But you know what I'm talking about.
I have it somewhere. I just can't see it from here.
I can't think of the name of it. But that worked, being
It had
self-aware.
Black in the title. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was too, actually. Fuck, I don't remember.
I can't remember. Black Thunder. Black Ninja.
Black Dynamite.
Black Dynamite.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Thank you, Lenny.
Funny, but it's trying too hard at times. It wasn't as funny the second time I watched. It's like,
I thought it was funnier, but that's all.
I laughed my ass off the first time. I was busted up. That was. It was
Oh,
rare.
and a video game movie that I enjoyed that I think a lot of people didn't watch. I actually did like Ratchet and Clank.
Oh fuck!
I thought it was
Ratchet and Clank
perfectly fine. I thought it was perfectly fine, and there was nothing like
The game story is
horrible.
interesting. Like
I saw some of it. I think
You know,
I
the
thought it was
problem
perfectly
with Ratchet and
fine.
Clank, the biggest issue with Ratchet and Clank is that Ratchet and Clank's film is way too safe. Like,
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's perfectly fine, but yeah, it doesn't really do anything.
The movie
I
like
actually went
cutscenes
back.
right out
I
of the
went
game.
back and looked at some of the cutscenes for the original Ratchet and Clank. I think they fucked up the personalities a bit because they tried to make Ratchet more of a traditional like hero, and in the game he's not really like that.
the new game.
He wants to be kind of an anti-hero, kind of a
They're so bland in the new
attitude.
Yeah, they kind
Yeah,
of
that's
killed a lot of his unique qualities and made him a generic.
It'd be like if I just was reading dialogue like I'm talking right now. That's how Ratchet sounds in Ratchet and Clank, the game. I don't know about the movie.
Oh, he's not
No,
all that
that's-
unique to begin with. I mean,
Yeah, but he's at least a lot more.
he's ripping Sonic. He's ripping.
Yeah, but see that he's not even doing that in the films. That's what bothers me. Like in the film, he was just kind of like a generic.
Yeah, well,
I
that's
have
the
a
problem.
Well, you know
I have a
what?
destiny greater than my own kind of thing, and I'm like
Next year, I think it's the same month that Detective Pikachu comes out. I'm even wrong, but there's the Minecraft movie also.
Why?
And,
No.
Why?
Minecraft movie. And I think next year's also Sonic. I think it's Sonic movie comes out
I
next
don't
year.
want to talk. Hey, listen, don't talk to me about that.
There's a good amount of video game movies
I
that
don't
are,
want to talk about the
that are pretty ballsy.
I'm so not happy with the
And
Sonic.
Minecraft's live action. Minecraft's live action. What the fuck?
Why? That seems weird. That seems like a weird choice.
Reviews for the Grinch aren't looking too good for Illumination there.
Not surprised.
It's
They
a
had a little
shame because you
energy.
know what? That movie started off pretty damn good, and then it just fucking collapses by the second half.
20-minute TV made for TV movie or whatever into a feature film for like the third time without it feeling a little flat or
Well, isn't this like a prequel? Because this isn't like
No, it's not a prequel.
at
so
the
it
end.
is. It is like a traditional Grinch. It's like the original Grinch story.
Yeah, it's the story of how he's saved and stole Christmas.
Really?
The problem is that story.
Worse. That's not the way it was presented. The way it looked like to me, it looked like it was like a prequel or something.
The problem is that story is like about a good 25 minutes, and so
Yeah.
they have to pad it out to 90 minutes to make
Well,
it.
But that's the problem is that it's weird. The padding was better than what they actually like. The last 20 minutes, they do the whole movie really quick. It's bizarre. Like this, like literally, it's like the first half was actually pretty funny and pretty solid, and then the last 20 minutes, all of a sudden, we're like, oh shit, we forgot there's a Grinch movie, and then they had to do everything, and then they ended it.
I'll stick with the Jim Carrey one. I'm good.
And the Jim Carrey
that one wasn't great. It was
no, it's only helped because Jim Carrey is like full on ridiculous. Right. That's what kind of helps that film.
So I was trying to think of like another movie based on a video game that I genuinely watch, and it's like a decent movie. And I mean, I think the new Tomb Raider would probably be my second choice. I wish there's a few little story elements that they kind of changed up, but overall, I mean, the main actress, Alicia Vikander, whatever, she did it. I thought she was the standout and reason enough to watch it. And I thought it was pretty cool. It was one of those. It's definitely, you're not gonna watch it and be like mad at how dumb it is or anything, but having known like what the reboot did story wise and how it just felt like very safe, very they didn't come up with any creative ideas or anything new, and what was left was it's like a lower tier, like an Indiana Jones kind of clone at times, but then at the end they kind of throw in one.
See, that's my problem, is that like the movie or the games for Tomb Raider, the weakest part is the story. Like the weakest part is the story than its characters. And what is the movie going to be based around? The story and its characters. So that's why I wasn't so enthusiastic about going to see it.
I'll say it's definitely worth watching. The one thing, it's a bit of a spoiler, I guess, but they didn't go far enough into one element of the reboot. I thought like I said, they played it very safe and didn't have a lot of creative people working on that in my mind, because it just felt like, all right, we got this movie, we got Lara Croft. The beginning's really entertaining, kind of like her in London, just kind of the regular life is actually the most entertaining part. But all right, so let's get on from a movie trailer to a minute-long TV ad or an ad to fucking Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I mean, Nintendo this is a home run, in my opinion. Like, this is the coolest thing they could have done to kind of tie in that poster with all the characters into an action. It's like, it's not hand-drawn, obviously, but it's a very unique art direction for actual moving, like 3D model characters and stuff. Like, I was just blown away by this fucking. And I'll link it in case somebody didn't see it. I'll link it in the chat or the live chat, because it just blew me away. Like if I already had gotten excited, this would have gotten me there. Like I don't know. Did anybody else feel the same way, or what do you think of what is it called? It just says more fighters, more battles, more fun. I mean, it doesn't have that great a title, but what do you guys think?
That was awesome. And then I love how everyone's putting over different songs.
Oh yeah, I've seen that today.
And a lot of it works, and it just hypes it up even more. And it's the coolest fucking ad you could ever see on TV. I don't know where they play it. Obviously they cut it down, I would think. But like it
second version.
Yeah, I didn't watch it because of it reminded me of Nintendo's online service. So it turned me off.
But it's really cool. I love it.
I liked it. I mean, I liked it. I didn't think I didn't realize how excited people were about the show. I mean, I liked the trailer. I didn't think it was, I don't know, maybe I think because when people started memeing it and changing out the songs and shit, I was like, guys, is it that tier? Like, has it hit that high of a tier? I mean, that's just me. I didn't think it was
the best ad I've ever seen, other than like the Breath of the Wild trailer at like the Game Awards. I forget the last one that really got me. It's got the emotions. That was like a 2-minute like trailer as far as just like an ad spot. I can't think of anything better that I've seen in a long time,
Yeah, I'm genuinely surprised how excited people got off of that trailer. Like,
I mean, the original Smash Brothers trailer or ad.
I mean,
yeah.
Back then I wasn't paying attention to it, so I never played that one.
Wow.
I mean, the ad is fucking like,
imagine me and you.
Yeah, the ad is just, that ad is god tier.
Funny. To me, like, I could watch an entire animated movie in this style, and I'd really wish I could. I wish somebody would do it. Like, it's that good to me. It's like a oil pastel ish kind
I mean,
of.
all they really did,
Yeah.
they just took the poster from the Everyone Is Here, like now that it's finally filled out, and just kind of took that art style and just transitioned it into like 3D models.
Exactly what they did, because they showed the poster then transition. That's,
Yeah, like,
that's
it's
fucking cool. God damn it!
I mean, it's cool. I didn't think it was like, oh my god, amazing. That was my whole thing. Like, it's just cool to me. That's fine.
I will say, like when you see they focus mostly on the Nintendo IPs in this. They don't have a ton of the third parties.
Really?
I see Sonic and
Mega Man.
Mega Man and Pac-Man.
Yeah, Mega Man, Pac-Man.
and that's pretty much it, I think, for the third parties.
Yeah,
But
think so.
it does. I think we might have talked about this before, and I kind of wish Shadow Fox says he's running late, so I don't know if he'll be here because he's Mr. Fighting Game guy. But as awesome as that trailer is and stuff, and seeing all these characters, these historic characters in one game, awesome. Still doesn't change the fact that this is a fighting game, a brawler, and if you don't like the Smash fighting mechanics, like I know some people hype this game up, like it's based on all the history of gaming and stuff, and that's great. I mean, it's definitely something to be mentioned and they should be praised for. But it doesn't change the fact that at its core, if you don't like the core mechanics of Smash Brothers, like that, it doesn't matter what characters they put in it. It's not gonna change that for somebody. And I know I thought this. I can't remember if we ever talked about that on the podcast before. Like, we've mentioned it in passing, but then some people replying, basically calling Miz a T out for saying it's just a fighter. And
It is just a fighting game.
I mean,
like, you're gonna start playing, like, I'm playing Smash. It's not gonna. It didn't change anything mechanic wise, so it's not like it's gonna be this whole mind blown like setup to your battles and stuff.
I mean, I guess if you were like the biggest Final Fantasy VII fan, and when they put Cloud in there, I mean that could bring you in.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
Like, it's at its core, it's a fighting game. Like, and it's a great fighting game and unique in its style.
I don't know what's wrong with saying that.
It's like it isn't anything more than a fighting game. It's beyond just the collaboration, that factor, but that doesn't factor into the gameplay to me. And I think I just kind of wanted to bring that up. I don't know if I can't remember if we ever talked about it on air. So
I'm excited to play the adventure mode though. That's for sure.
Yeah, hell's yeah. But at the end of the day, the adventure mode, what it looks like is the fighting against other, which is still pretty damn cool. Because I remember I used to be like
Wii U.
I used to be like in Brawl, and I would try to make my own adventure mode where I'd be like, all right, Sonic needs to fight Snake because he went into this place and that place. Like it's funny because that's what it reminds. The new World of Light actually reminds what I used to do, was just make my own shit because I always wanted a new adventure mode. So it's funny because it's now reality.
The Melee adventure mode was, those mechanics and controls don't work as a straight platformer, and it really felt like a bad platformer.
Oh yeah, you feel it at times.
You tried to play it like a platformer because of the floatiness and everything of the.
You know what it reminds me of? I hate to bring this up, but in some ways it reminds me of Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero, where it's like, this is a side-scrolling kind of beat-em-up platformer, but they still use the regular Mortal Kombat fighting mechanics control. It's like, oh no, this doesn't work.
Yeah,
it's not that bad, but
it does look like the main campaign has this kind of cool looking overworld, but then it's just different battle. You're basically just playing Smash with some AIs and some predetermined rules and stuff. But Smash as a platformer does feel a lot like Little Big Planet. Little Big Planet's terribly floaty and
damn, yo, Little Big Planet, hey yo, I played it and beat Little Big Planet 3.
And you never mentioned it once, so that tells you something.
What?
Now we can't use that in the game now.
I could have put that on as Robert.
I was going to say we can't use that in the game now. Thanks a lot, Robert.
Wow.
You just told everybody.
Yeah, that's true. Oh.
So Terrell, you bought quite a few fighters this year, haven't you?
Yeah, fighters, Dragon Ball fighters. I mean, SNK heroines, and then I think this will be the third one.
You didn't get Pocket Rumble?
Oh yeah, I did get Pocket Rumble. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Well, that's fun we had.
For our 30th anniversary, or that other indie game fighting game that's gonna have Shovel Knight. I don't know if that even.
Oh, you're talking about Blade Strangers. I didn't get that one.
Was there a Blaz Blue or something?
Oh yeah, Blaz Blue Cross Stack Battle. I didn't. I think I did the demo of it, but I didn't actually get the game. I mean, the problem with fighting games is that half of the appeal of them, especially nowadays, is playing online, and a lot of you guys don't have those games, and I don't have the online service, so it kind of
even if we did have them,
beats the purpose.
Yeah, it kind of hurts. I mean, God, it's probably the reason why. Ironically enough, I've been in the mood to play ARMS a lot more often, but the problem is I ain't got no one to play it with, and it requires me paying. And we need to pop that life. So
life sucks, yo.
Speaking of the online,
yeah. Thanks, Robert. I'm glad you got me in a good mood on Monday, buddy.
I have to admit, I spent some time with the NES games this weekend. Buddy came over. We played some 2-player stuff, and then I'm up to almost the end of World 3 on Super Mario Brothers 3. So I've actually put them in. And you know, the NES games, most of them, you know, they were fun when you were a kid. We didn't know any better. Like I tried playing dodgeball, and I'd never played it before. So I'm like, no, I could not figure out that game. I'm sure if I put a little time into it, but to me, it's like this game is garbage. Like because I have no nostalgia for it. I had none of that. So we ended up playing the golf game, NES Open, for like a half hour, and had a blast. Like I always played that. So, but you know, most of them are kind of throwaway games, I think, and especially you know, with when knowing what the Super NES games could bring to the table with multiplayer, with co-op and stuff. NES was just Nintendo getting started. A lot of these other companies getting started. So, but I gotta admit, I mean, I did have some fun, and I'm probably gonna finish Super Mario Bros. 3, even though that you can't map the buttons to Y and B, Y to run, B to jump. I keep hitting fucking B to jump, and it's eventually I'm sure I'll get used to it, but it's so weird to me that they just didn't give you the option. And I think T said it, they didn't do that, so you feel compelled to buy the NES controller.
Exactly.
It's all a ploy.
But yeah, I can't even go back to that version though. The NES version of Super Mario 3 or 2.
Really?
I have to do the All Stars.
Yeah. I don't know why haven't they re-released the All Stars?
Yeah, why haven't they re-released that?
I don't even remember what
it's way better.
I was saying, it looked better. It looked a lot better.
Because I forgot how Super Mario, because I'm used to the Super Mario Brothers 3 look in Super Mario Maker.
Yeah.
So playing, I forget it. It's an NES game. It has just almost no textures in most of the
just like the Super Mario World, or Super Mario Brothers 3 with Super Mario World type backgrounds and all that kind of stuff. That's what you get with a Super Mario Bros. 3.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at the All Stars version right now.
I don't care for the original Mario Bros. Because I guess I have way too much time with that game, and it's just like I'd rather play the original one NES. But 2 and 3, I'd rather play those on the All Star versions.
Let me look here. Oh yeah, that's nice.
Night and day.
The background's in, it's like, I guess they want people to play the original. Give me the option.
They haven't re-released those ever, I don't think.
Like fucking George Lucas, he won't give us the option to watch the original Star Wars on.
Oh no, let me take that back. It did come out on the Wii.
Yeah, it came out on the All Stars pack.
It was an All Stars compilation on the Wii.
Yeah, that was the last time it came out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been enjoying that, so I just figured
it was like for the 25th anniversary.
25th anniversary, yeah.
Yeah, and it came with that cool little book.
Yeah, the shit looked nice. It was a good ass.
Yeah, it was a nice little. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So another small little thing. for anyone who hasn't played the Trine series, they announced 1 through 3 coming to Switch. I know they're more old games, but Trine 1 already available, Trine 2 coming, and then Trine 3, the one I've been waiting to play. I've been looking forward to playing that. I could have got it on PC, but just played
More
1 and
Wii
2.
U ports.
I played 1 and 2 on the Wii U, and I was just kind of hoping someday to get 3, and never came to the Wii U, and now it's coming to Switch, so I'll be picking that up. But if you haven't played,
I almost bought it on PC.
and the crazy thing is these are 3-player co-op games, and the Switch just comes with those 2 controllers. It's kind of a weird,
Yeah.
kind of a weird thing. But and there's no way I can't see playing this with split Joy-Con or sideways Joy-Con, separating them, because you have to draw like with the Wizard, you have to draw like objects using the right analog stick. So I don't know. I don't know if they.
But the Wii U gamepad.
Yeah, the Wii U gamepad was good for that. But yeah, if you haven't played, they're a little bit floaty on the controls. They're not perfect, but it's a puzzle platformer, 3-player co-op, definitely playable. You play it solo, but you just switch back and forth with the characters, and you can kind of like lock them in position and then take over the other character. One of the best, better art, I'll say one of the better art styles for a 2D style game.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty.
Seeing the trailer for the Switch version, I was like, man, the Wii U looked good, but it always looked like I felt like I was missing something. It was missing something, whether it was just the resolution or colors or something. And seeing that trailer for the Switch version, I was like, dang, that I might double dip on Trine 2, because that was a lengthy game. Trine 1's very short; it's like 8 hours or something or less. Trine 2 was like a 20-something hour, and depending on the price. But I'm looking forward to Trine 3 playing that for the first time. And I don't know if those are coming this year or not, but I think that's a pickup for me. Anybody played Trine series before?
Nope.
I played a demo.
Yeah, I played through 1 and 2 on Wii U.
Yeah, there's
didn't 1 come out after 2? It was like a Enchanted Edition or something.
Year later, year 2.
Yeah.
Year 2.
Yeah. Well, on Wii U, not for everybody else, but on Wii U. I think 2 came first, and then 1 came out. Enchanted Edition came out after. And that's where I played them both.
Man, I kind of wish Shadow Fox would have been here by now, so we could do the Has Juice played it? Because I don't think it'd be as fun with just three guys.
Be kind of lame.
Yeah, so I didn't have a whole lot. I mean, I kind of thought maybe we could talk about the Game Awards.
I don't even know when they are. When are they?
December 6th.
It's so low on the Migos giving.
I really like. Somebody asked me recently. I haven't gotten back to them yet. Somebody asked me through a DM if I wanted to watch it live, and
it's too long.
Do you remember when we watched it live? That shit was hilarious. I love it.
Yeah, and then Red deleted it because we were just it was so bad. It was the worst year, wasn't it? When it was so stupid.
I thought it was great.
No, that was the year. I thought that was the year with the guy just like shit talking every interview, or was it maybe not that year?
I thought it was hilarious. I had a lot of fun.
Very boring show with the.
That was last year.
No, it wasn't last year, was it?
What I was thinking of was
the guy was the guy with the game with the.
Oh, the guy was it Two Brothers?
I was talking about the host guy who was just insulting everybody.
Oh,
he didn't want to be there. That he's an actor. He's in a.
Oh, you're talking about when Chris.
Joe McHale?
Joe McHale.
Yeah,
that was years ago.
No, yeah, that was before.
That was like one of the first when they first came.
Yeah, I think it was the
first. 2014, I think. 2014, I think.
Yeah,
and they had a decent year with Zelda in 2014. So in 2015, we're like, all right, we're watching this.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Boring and terrible, but I'd say the last few years have been okay. I just.
Do you expect Metroid Prime 4 there?
I don't. But
I totally do.
Rule it out, but I don't expect it.
I expect Metroid Prime 4 and Bayonetta 3.
You think?
I think Metroid is going to be showing up.
Do you think Xenoblade Chronicles 2 will win RPG of the year? Because
leave me the fuck alone. I want to hear
what
other RPGs?
What other RPGs came out?
I think it's
going to be Dragon Quest. They might give it to Dragon Quest.
You think it'll be competing with Torna, or do you think they'll combine those two?
They should combine them because technically you can buy Torna with the same game.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
but remember they did that for what was it?
Because they
Didn't
skipped it
they did
last
the
year.
Lost Legacy, right?
Yeah, they
Was-
fucking put the DLC up at like it was like.
No, Witcher 3 DLC was up.
Oh yeah, the
garbage.
Witcher 3 DLC.
And
Yeah,
one.
they put it up in like the fucking Game of the Year.
They're not
Some
gonna
shit.
do
like
it.
Bitch.
They're not gonna
You
do
put
it.
DLC up for a game award?
that. Yeah.
So it comes out the night. If there's gonna be a midnight release for Smash, you'll be watching that. Then hour later, probably going to pick up your copy of Smash.
I'm very excited. And actually, there's a lot of times now, at least when I saw that, for Fallout 76, Red Dead, they've been letting, like, at least the store around me pick it up at like 8 p.m.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I don't know if it's just because they know we have to install it, and so maybe they won't do that for Smash, but I hope. Because imagine that you could play it at 8 p.m. 8! That'd be insane.
That would be. So where the hell? I'm trying to see if there's there's a section for nominees, but
And they put. I don't think they've announced the nominees yet.
Game of
have
the
they?
Year, vote now, Zelda, Breath of the Wild. It's like, oh, favorite moment of 2017 is a category. So it's
Like, what is that?
the Breath of the Wild orchestra performance. It's from the Game Awards. Everything's from the Game Awards. That's
It's when I took a shit during intermission. That was the favorite.
Well, it's a Game Awards centric. It's a Game Awards centric vote, I guess.
nominees will be announced on Tuesday. Oh, they're announcing the nominees tomorrow. So we'll talk about that next week. We'll probably be making fun of their nominees. They'll probably come up with categories for.
He says tomorrow, but what's really going to happen is that tomorrow. He says next week, but tomorrow, where he's going to be shit talking them in the whole chat for the rest of the day.
Because they're gonna, there's gonna be another like ridiculous category made up just to fit a certain third party or
certain sponsor the show. Yeah, of course.
a popular game can win, like Overwatch can win 2 years later or whatever.
It
When you
should
have
be,
your
man.
sponsor, I mean, that's a conflict of interest. You have people who are sponsoring your show up for awards. That's not a good look, yo.
Yeah.
Like that's a conflict of interest.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that goes for Zelda too. I think Nintendo sponsored them that year. I had some kind of deal with them.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So it's just not a good look. It just makes it look like it's all commercial. Well, it is a lot of commercials, which there should be. I mean, I'm not saying that there should be. They have to be commercials.
I think they did something along the lines of how this will be the most new game announcements or new announcements in the compared to the prior years, which I don't know how much that really means.
It would flow better and just quit forcing some of the
I remember last year's being
music numbers, and they just skip over like major awards to like give away award for like esports player or something, or like we're like, why would that be an award over like, I forget which award it was, like best RPG, something they just skipped right over. Like, why would you skip over that? That's
I mean,
amazing.
you should have it together at this point. You've been doing this shit for 10 years.
I think they prefer
If not more.
Yeah.
So it's just like, this is what they want to do. This is how they want to do it. At this point, you got to think that it's not like we're trying to improve or we're trying to make it flow better. This is our template.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get people complaining about commercials because it's like, bro, like they have to have commercials. They have to have sponsors to pay for it. So that's
it's understandable, but still.
But I don't like the sponsors getting awards. That's cronyism. that's just not a good look. That's why you get DLC winning awards and shit.
I wouldn't be shocked if Bayonetta 3 gets some gameplay at the Game Awards.
I guess if we had to guess, though, what games would have been the critically, I guess, God of War. It's gonna be a lot of Sony shit now.
It's gonna be God of War. It's gonna be Red Dead.
Red Dead, God of War,
Spider-Man, probably.
Yeah, Spider-Man would be.
It's definitely going to be a tough call between Red Dead and God of War, I think, for what's going to get voted. Not.
I would say Red Dead personally.
I think Red Dead.
I think Red Dead's going to win.
I think Red Dead's a guaranteed.
I think Red Dead's probably more of a game than God of War.
Ouch.
Not from what I'm hearing.
Oh yeah, we need to have that conversation because
I don't know. I think
some reckless shit.
Red Dead
and I'm not allowing that crap.
Red Dead is guaranteed.
This man said God of War is your favorite game on the PS4. Is that what it was?
I said it's the best game on the PS4 that I played. I
What?
haven't played it. Or sorry, best exclusive. I haven't played them all though.
He hasn't played a whole bunch of games on it.
I'm still surprised.
What would be better as far as what Juice played?
I honestly thought he would have said
I thought I
Horizon.
liked Horizon.
I would have thought you said Gravity Rush.
Horizon.
Gravity Rush
Oh,
2
Gravity Rush too.
a
Yeah,
good-
that's true.
experience, but it's got some very frustrating, wonky controls at times that holds it back, and the story's I kind of just couldn't wait to get the story done. I loved every second of the visual feast that I was seeing and taking a shit ton of screenshots, but as far as just like enjoying playing the game right now, it's I think compared to Uncharted 4, Ratchet and Clank, Gravity Rush 2, Horizon, and God of War, I've only played 5, so for me, it's the best exclusive. And Spider-Man looks like, I mean, completely boring to me. So,
What?
Oh, speaking of Spider-Man, R.I.P. Mr. Stan Lee.
that's right.
Stan Lee.
95. I didn't know he was that old.
Really?
I thought he was a little older, but 95.
I only knew that because of
At least
he was
he
in the news before because he was getting fucked over financially.
Yeah,
That's the reason I remembered.
we're
But
talking about like there might have been some abuse or something.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that and they were fucking with his money. Like,
Yeah.
I think some of his family, like the dude he entrusted to like watch his money, was screwing him over behind the scenes,
Yeah,
Jesus.
and it took him way too late to figure it out.
Agreed on some people, man. It's like,
it's,
Hey, I'm not
money
surprised.
it's the root, man.
Human beings are fucking
Yeah.
trash, yo.
well, yeah, I mean, he definitely, I don't know, if he got to, because of that, if it tarnished how he felt about seeing all his, characters just come to life and be this huge successful, popular thing now. I wonder if he appreciated that or.
Oh no, he did. He talked
Oh,
about
yeah,
it
he
all the
totally
time. He
appreciated
loved
that,
the fact because he's be like, would you? He said, I'm trying to remember one of his interviews. He was talking about how before nobody would like, he wasn't cool. Like he was a weird kind of introvert that created these goofy characters, and now to see them like out here and taken seriously and making billions of dollars,
doing $2
he would
billion.
never imagine that would happen. He was just a writer, in an office coming up with these crazy characters.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he totally loved it. He wasn't, it wasn't like with those Watchmen guys where they were total a-holes about the movie. They hated the idea of the movie and they hated it. They're so purist about it. He wasn't like that at all. He loved it. That's why he was in every damn movie he could be in.
That's true. They still have like I think like 7 movies of
He's
cameos.
cameoed in, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They film that far in advance.
Well, they can. I mean, you can
At
run
least the
into. You can do
cameos.
that easy.
At least the cameo parts, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all the songs Tupac made. He was dead.
Yeah.
Like because he recorded a bunch of stuff.
The DJ at the stripper club in Deadpool.
Oh yeah.
No,
Oh yeah.
Candy or whatever.
Yeah. It even popped up in Deadpool, which was a little surprising. But.
Well, he even popped up in Teen Titans Go to the Movies as a cameo.
Yeah,
and it was pretty funny because they're like, "Wait a minute, is it? This isn't a Marvel movie?" He's like, "I don't even care. I love cameos."
I love that movie. I thought the movie was freaking hilarious.
It was funny. It was very funny.
Was he in the X-Men movies? I don't remember. ever.
Yeah, wait, not. I don't think all of them. No. Actually, no.
No.
Yeah, because Deadpool kind of was like the only one that brought him in. But
Bryan Singer was making serious superhuman movies. He ain't got time to make no goofy cameos. Bryan Singer, he's a series director. So Apocalypse was amazing.
Yeah. I haven't watched it the second time, so I was gonna pick it up for $9, but just complete my collection. But I was just like, yeah, Best Buy didn't even have it. So, but anyway, I guess I'll just give a quick update on God of War since Terrell kind of brought that up. The first 6 hours is all I played last week, and basically everything we had said and got called salty Nintendo fans for was kind of coming true for me with that game. But then you get to a point, and I uploaded a video like Bayonetta would not be impressed. It was like this epic boss fight that people talked about with a dragon. I think quite a few people actually checked that one out, and probably because of the title. And it's just like the most boring boss fight, like as far as from gameplay standpoint. You don't really have to do much. It's just,
it's a visual spectacle, though.
Flash, yeah. I mean, there's a couple minutes worth where you're not even doing anything.
That's God of War, though.
And that's definitely God of War. Everything since then has just continually gotten better and better for me. So I was like, that was like the low point. I'm like, oh god, this was like the lamest boss fight. But then you get this. I mean, this game's been out a while. I'm not going to spoil anything major, but you get another companion. At least there's in a way, you have a companion with you, and he's got a Scottish accent. I think he reminds me of from How to Train Your Dragon, the guy that built all the armor and stuff. Yeah. He was like late night host at one point. Forget his name. And
Craig, that dude.
No, he's I don't know what his name was. He's Scottish though. He does a Scottish accent.
Maybe I think he's Australian. All right.
But and you're just traveling. Every time you're in the boat, he's telling all these stories of Thor just being an absolute asshole, and a version of Thor I've never heard because I've never read in any of the Norse mythology stuff. Only thing I know about Thor is from Stargate, SG-1, and the movies, the Marvel movies. So I'm hearing all this cool, and the guy's telling him like he was there. He's a character that's lived in that universe, and then the combat's getting a little more in depth, and the enemies are getting a little more varied, and I'm like, man, I'm actually looking forward to the next combat scenario. Before I was like, oh god, here we go again. And I think it's the button layout. The button layout is so stupid that in the beginning I just couldn't do it. Your light attack's R1, your heavy attack's R2, so you're using the triggers for your attacks, and it feels so weird. And I finally got used to it, and I got another weapon which completely freshens it up, and I'm fighting this. There's like a tyrant version of enemies where you'll find, and this dude like in this suit of armor and this longsword, he was just destroying me until I actually had to learn from my mistakes, which you don't see in games too often. And I just had to like slow play this guy and dodge, and finally wait till he had an opening. Everything up to that point, I just spamming the attacks and winning. So I finally hit a challenge, and I had that moment where I was like, I'm not going to. I did it, and it was rewarding. And then I don't know. I'm actually looking forward to the combat fighting. So I was surprised because my first impressions weren't great, and now I'm like, yeah, it's definitely the best PS4 game I've played. I only have 10 games total, but yeah, it's solid. And the only negative that holds it back from being a true game of the year. It's probably still a game of the year contender for me, but to be in like a true like generation defining game is the Kratos' limited like ability to just move around the environment. I'm sure it's intentional because otherwise I'd have to solve a bunch of level design problems, but literally it's point and click at times. You walk up to a ledge and you just stop running. You cannot fall off this ledge. And if you don't have the camera centered to get the button prompt for hitting circle, he won't do anything. And then let's say if you're looking down, then you got to look up, and then you get the circle prompt, then you hit circle on your controller and he jumps the gap. Like you can't just run and jump the gap like Lara Croft in the Tomb Raider games. Ew. When you want to climb something, every climbable thing is just like Horizon, just like Uncharted. There's yellow like writing on the wall, like every step of the way telling you, hey, you can climb this exact path, but you can't climb until you get to the wall close enough and then hit circle, and it engages your climbing. I think other games, I think even like some Zelda games did that where you couldn't just walk up to a ladder and climb it. Maybe I'm mistaken, but
no, I can't think of any.
I know there's other games where you have to press a button or climb a ladder or something. But it's just, to me, it's the one thing that they could do and just make that where you just fun to just run around and jump and move through the environments that look so amazing. Like
Shenmue, you have to press a button.
yeah, like give me some freedom. This isn't an RPG game. Like give me the freedom. Combine that movement and agility of like a Lara Croft or something with everything else the game offers. On the flip side, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, the combat is absolute trash in that. Like it's always been pretty bad in that series, but like the gunfights and stuff are bad. But I gotta say, I want to play it right now. Like I want to end this podcast, and as soon as we do, I'm gonna probably turn the game on. Like I can't wait to play more. So I gotta eat some crow because I didn't expect it, and it's definitely, in my opinion, if you got Gamers Club still, it's definitely worth $33.
I'm gonna have to pick it up in 2025. I ain't buying that shit. You ain't gonna fool me.
That
Yeah, I don't trust that one.
That one camera shot thing, doesn't even stand. You don't even notice it. It adds nothing to the game. I
don't like the angle.
If somebody didn't,
I never like Kratos.
The angles actually, I think it's pretty good. You can move the camera freely for the first time in a God of War game. So you can get it where you like it. And I will say, damn it, what was I just saying before you said that?
Words.
Fuck. I had something.
Don't worry, it wasn't that important if you forgot.
It was. That's like my closing thought. But
it wasn't.
It's definitely. I already said that. It's definitely worth $33 if you got a PS4. Kind of makes me wish I had the PS4 Pro because I'm looking at 4K TVs right now, but I'll have the game finished and stuff by the time. But if you do have a PS4 Pro, I mean, you probably already have the game because the art style and everything's really solid. So here, Nintendo fanboy who was shitting on the game without playing it. Actually, I think it's a pretty solid game. So definitely.
Good for you.
What do you do?
100% different than like The Last of Us for why I like that. When you're actually fighting, when you're actually doing combat, that's the best part of the game. So that's what surprised me.
I use every God of War game somewhat, and then I get it and I play it for 3 hours.
Yeah,
Nope.
I'm not a fan of the original 1 through 3. I played them all, beat the first one. Was not a fan. So the changes they made actually worked for me. I could see why a diehard God of War fan might not like.
I played 5 of them. I played the 2 PSP ones as well.
I like the PSP ones. Those are my favorite ones.
Whoa.
Couldn't hang on.
What up, Shadow?
You just go a couple hours in here talking. You gotta announce yourself.
Point blank range. What's going on, guys?
What's up, man?
Not much. I just heard all the God of War talk. Had to get in.
Yeah.
Them Browns did your boys yesterday. You ain't got no business.
To be fair, they've had a squad for a long time now. Now they at least have some offense to go with that defense. So yeah.
I can't talk. Both my teams are trash. So.
I don't talk football anymore. I'm done for the season.
Yeah. I think you can pretty much say you're done. After yesterday. Oh God.
First I've seen since 0-16.
Fitzmagic and Fitz tragic, and as far as my Giants go, I don't want to talk about them.
So yeah. Shadow, did you play the new God of War?
No, it's on my list for the GOTY talks for the same reason that you're playing it. So I got to do that and a couple other.
It was definitely well worth 33. If I had paid 60 and didn't, get a discount and didn't wait, I might be a little less about it, but like I got a pretty good deal. And I feel like I'm 20 plus hours in the game. So
when you don't see me signed in playing Xenoblade 2, that'll be because I'll be playing Red Dead and God of War and whatnot. So
I did do a poll, and it was after God of War, what game I asked what people thought I should play next, and I put Red Dead, Octopath, Starlink, and Spider-Man.
Oh, you didn't play Octopath yet?
No, I had like 60 some votes, and far and away it was Octopath, and then Starlink and Spider-Man were like right behind it, and then Red Dead was like way behind. And I'm thinking, Honestly, out of that list, I don't know. I chose those games because it's like I just want to see what people would say. Starlink looks the most interesting as a game to play. I just don't like the options for purchasing the game. Really I could live my life without playing, honestly. So I don't know. I was gonna just whatever the result was, I'm gonna buy that and try it. That was my initial thought. So I don't know.
And then you're like, never mind, I don't want to play it though.
I'm one of those people who I don't think for me, Octopath worth $60 for me as someone who doesn't play JRPGs. I don't know if it's gonna if I'd even finish it. So
did you ever play in the old Final Fantasies?
I'm not gonna spoil the Has Juice Played It game by any.
Oh yeah.
So now we can't ask the normal questions.
Yeah, now we can't ever answer.
Okay, fine.
The game.
Did
I
you ever
played the demo? The first version. I didn't bother to play the second version.
What did you think of the first demo?
I thought not bad for however many hour or 30 minutes I put into it. I was like, yeah, this is decent. That was about it.
You could go back and still like that's the whole first part of the game. So you can still recruit the other party member and go back in and there's other abilities you can add too in that demo.
I think the problem is just
the turn-based stuff just really isn't my thing. So
okay.
Yeah, so
you're not gonna like that game then. There's a lot of that.
It wasn't the worst. I mean, I enjoyed the demo enough, but to me it never really felt like a full price game. So
no.
It is.
I'm about to say put this way, I have 90 hours and I'm just now finishing the last
but you're probably trying to do every little thing and I'm
not. I'm skipping. I haven't done
it's a whole bunch of stuff you can miss. Like it's all kind of stuff.
I'm literally
side quests and stuff.
Yeah, I'm literally just doing the characters chapters. That's it.
Okay.
I'm skipping the I've barely done any side quests. I mean,
that's a negative. I don't want to have to play that game 90 hours to get through it.
You could probably run through it. I think I got pretty close to chapter 4 with everybody in about 35 hours, maybe.
Bro,
you don't want to rush it because you're missing the part of the game where you just get extremely OP and you really love it. Just using certain techniques, but it's
it depends on if you care enough about the battle system to get good at it, or
instead of just grinding past it
or to break it. I mean, that's part of the love for Xenoblade. It's the same mindset. Like,
break
Xenoblade, you don't have to know all the techniques to get through the game, but if you like the game and you want to get good at it, you can and become a fucking powerhouse and kill bosses in the matter of like 5 seconds. It's fucking ridiculous, but hey, that's a choice. That's a personal choice. It's not a lifestyle for everybody.
And you can do that in this game too. You could solo some bosses once you learn how to set up your. It's just like any other RPG. If you want to be like OP, you can. In whatever way
it gives you have the option to break the game if you want to, but that's only if you want to.
I might.
And the story is really good. Everybody's related.
I would probably say after you beat God of War, at least go play the second demo.
Yeah,
the second demo gives you enough time to go through at least one character's chapter 1, and you can just see how you feel after that.
That's a good idea, actually.
Should pick up Red Dead.
Instead of one shots and great set pieces, everything is told via text and things that you see in the game, a la Super Metroid. So there it takes a little bit of thinking to piece it together, but there's a lot of stuff is related in that game. So
that's another thing, just like reading a bunch of dialogue and stuff is definitely not.
I mean, there is voice acting, but it only happens for
for the key moments.
Yeah, the key moments. I won't even say like special sequences. It happens more frequently than you would think, but
there's a lot of voice.
It's still not like it's. I probably would say it's like a third of the dialogue, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll see. It's honestly, like I said, Starlink's the most appealing from a gameplay standpoint, but unless I go to Best Buy on Black Friday, apparently Starlink starter pack's going to be $35.
That's a pretty damn good deal.
Yeah.
It's still like then the game cart doesn't have the full game, and I probably own. I'm one of those weird. I like Star Fox. I like that it's added, but I don't know that I just want to play it with Star Fox. So, I don't know. I'm torn because I wouldn't mind having a few different pilots, and the digital version has that for 60. But you know, and I'm not
for 35.
Pilots
That's
or
pretty
ships?
cheap.
if it's 35. I said that's definitely cheaper than, but then I'm not using the.
You can get digital packs too. They're not that expensive.
Yeah, and I'm waiting on that game too because I think this game would be like Xenoblade to me because I see other people playing it and I'm seeing how they're leveling up and stuff, leveling up their ships and stuff, and I think that would be my crack again. So
yeah, man, you don't stop playing Xenoblade, bro. You've killed me.
So if you bought the game physically, what is it, $35 on?
If that's
So
true,
it's $35, and then you like say you want to get Star Fox ship. I don't know how you get that.
with the Star Fox ship.
Oh, that one comes with the $35 one comes with the Star Fox ship.
Yeah, it's the starter pack.
yeah, there's no other reason. There's no other reason to play.
Yeah, I mean, you get the starter pack, and then you can spend like, even if you spend another 24, you get pretty much all you wanted.
That's true.
Digitally, if you spend 24, like, because I think they're $12, and you get like a couple of ships and whatnot. In those sets.
Digitally, it's 20. Wait, digitally, it's $12.
No, there's a couple of sets for $12, like ships and.
Yeah,
okay.
part of it, though, like I already got too much shit around my house, and
So you can still get it.
I don't really
still
want
get it physically and still get what you want without getting everything that you won't even use digitally. So
honestly, if they just offered, this might sound silly, but if they just offered the physical cart with all the content the digital version come with, and didn't have the toys and the grip thing, I would buy that. I would have bought that.
I would have bought
That's
that.
not silly.
That's not silly. That's what it should be.
that's the one thing that really annoys me about this game.
I really don't want 2 toy ships sitting in a box, with my other stuff. Like I'm not going to use the grips with the Joy-Cons. I'm going to use the Pro Controller. So like
You honestly might be able to give that back to like GameStop or Best Buy. Like you might be able to give, because there are used amiibos. So you can probably have a used Star.
See if people are trying to sell the Star Fox ships or anything. I don't wonder what happens if you plug that into the PS4 version.
That's still blowing my mind. Used amiibo.
Yeah,
I'm trying to process that.
I don't really know why you just buy a used amiibo. I doubt they're gonna be that much. Like that little money is probably gonna be around the same price. So why just not get the new one?
Well, I think it probably depends. Like some of the more expensive ones.
Yeah, you just really.
I don't really think there are that many expensive ones anymore, though.
There's still a few. There's still some that are in the high $20 and.
Isn't that crazy? It's only 20.
I should have sold my Wii Fit when it was like $80.
I still wish I didn't fucking buy any.
How much did you make your parents spend on that gold Mario?
I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to say it. It's
insane. $80.
Like,
God.
Within the last year, I've seen those in store, just sitting there.
I feel so bad, yo.
I got the gold and the silver Metal Mario.
For 12.
What a damn shame, yo. Because it just, I wish I could go 3 years ago and just look at. Or no, was it 4 years? I think it was 4 years ago. I could just go to myself and be like, dude, don't be a fucking retard. Don't buy any of them. And I'm going to be like, whoa, Jesus, why not? And I'll be like, because you're not going to use them.
And then you say, don't buy that Xbox One. Do not buy the Xbox One.
No, but the S, I use the S all the time for Blu-rays. So
that defeats the purpose. You have a Blu-ray player, just use it.
The 4K Blu-ray player.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
Watch no movies in 4K.
I'm about to say, how many Blu-rays are those?
What, dude? I have a bunch. Are you kidding me?
To be fair, do get more 4K Blu-rays as
I have a bunch of for every Blu-ray I buy. It's usually 4K.
You know why they don't show 4K movies at Best Buy for demos of 4K TVs? Because movies are so filtered and so much post-production. It doesn't even look 4K compared to like a nature.
I know.
A raw 4K like nature.
No, of course, yeah. No, don't get me
straight
wrong.
from a file or something.
Dude,
Don't get me wrong, yeah.
OLED TV at Best Buy, and they have it's just a video of a black background with honey dripping off those little wooden honey things you spit on. And it
Oh
looks
my
so
goodness.
amazing. It's just to show off the black levels and the
Yeah.
Yeah.
that looks so amazing. Like, why can't a 4K movie look that clean? It was so
Dude, don't get me wrong. The best part of
They'd
the
actually have to
4K
shoot it
movie
in
is
4K for one, but
the best part is when you see the Warner Brothers logo. It looks real clean, and then everything else is whatever.
on Blu-ray too.
No, I know, but
I've
like,
seen 4K movie. I'm like, there's just so minimal of a difference.
no, I know, but it's like, in my opinion, I might as well get it because it comes with
Well,
because it comes with.
I mean,
the,
yeah, you already have the player for it, so I was like, why
It
not?
comes with the 4K, the Blu-ray, then digital instead of the DVD. Like, who the fuck's use a DVD and then a digital?
well, Blu-ray is a limitation
Well-
itself anyway, because the read speed of the 4K Blu-rays technically isn't fast enough for the bandwidth that you need for that whole 2160p image every single frame. It's not. You're gonna get bits and pieces.
so anyway, all right. Let's since Shadow's here, we're gonna give T a chance to try to repeat.
Uh-oh.
As Juice played it, I got a good list, I think, of games. I thought Clock was supposed to be back. I think maybe it's gonna be next week then, because he said he was gonna be back this week, and then he must have fell asleep or something. Because I was really looking forward to him playing this game with us, because I think his reactions to some of the games I haven't played would probably be him with T would be pretty
Bloody
good.
hell!
Yeah, he'll be cussing you out.
Jack Gates, I see you're in the chat. You want to play along? Since I got a spot on my scorecard here. I don't know if I see you just posted something, so I'll give him a second to decide. But yeah, I'm gonna mix it up. We're gonna make a change to the rules. Everybody gets 2 double downs they have to use.
Damn.
Uh-oh.
So
Damn.
keep that in mind, Robert.
All right.
All right, Jack Gates is in. So yeah, let's just get her started. So the first game, and there's gonna be a little bit of a theme to every generation. So the first game is RC Pro-Am, and the order is going to be T, Shadow, Robert, Terrell, and Jack Gates. So T, do you think that I played RC Pro-Am on the NES?
Yeah, that's tough. It was a fairly popular game. We didn't have it, but somebody else had it. So back in those days, you'd share games.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say yeah, you played it.
All right, Shadow Fox.
Can we ask can we just have the obvious question out of the way, and ask whether or not these titles have been on Virtual Console or not? Because I think that's kind of,
you'd have to look it up.
Yeah, it's kind of relevant to. Okay, well, I'm just gonna say yeah, popular game at the time. RC Pro-Am and the monster truck one too. I forgot the name of that one. The 4x4
RC
game.
Pro-Am, isn't that rare?
Yes, it is rare. Rare Coinit LTD at the time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Robert, what do you think? Have I played RC Pro-Am, a game you probably never heard of?
I have. But I'm gonna say no.
All right, Terrell.
I couldn't. As soon as he said no, I've never heard of the game, so I'm gonna say yes.
Whoa. Did you just say you've never heard of RC Pro-Am?
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Oh Jesus.
Nice.
I'm
You never
old.
heard of it, so you're gonna say yeah? That's what confused me.
I'm too old to be on this podcast.
And Jack Gates, I was hoping he'd have his answer in by now. So I'll give you a few seconds. Okay, he says yes. Be prepared. Maybe you want to hear everybody else's, but try to answer before.
Just type why.
So here we go. Have I played RC Pro-Am? Absolutely yes.
What?
Yeah.
One of the first NES games.
Pretty popular game.
Mm-hmm.
Most people probably played it.
If I was alive, then I probably would have played it too, yo.
All right. So the next one, some people might recognize this game. Solomon's Key.
Oh, Solomon's Key.
So Jack, think about it. Terrell, have I played Solomon's Key?
Yes.
Robert.
No.
Shadow Fox.
I'm going to say no.
All right. Jack says no. T, what do you think?
I'm gonna say yeah because it just dropped on the garbage ass Nintendo. You probably checked it out on there, but it is a cult classic. So again, that's two things going for it. So yeah, I'm gonna say yeah.
I forgot about Nintendo Online.
Just dropped on Nintendo Online. That's right.
Let's just say 2 people are 2-0 right now. Jack Gates and Shadow Fox. I had never even heard of Solomon's Key.
What?
Wow.
Nice.
Really?
I still don't know what it is. So, yeah.
Wow,
Sorry.
that's surprising.
Yeah, I haven't know
Well,
what kind of game is that.
I'm surprised because you said this weekend you played some.
Yeah, I was kind of setting you guys up for that one.
Yeah, that was kind of messed up. That's cool though. That's cool.
Yeah, bitch. Anyway, it's fine.
All right, so the next one's a classic NES, another NES game. And that's Ice Climbers. So, start with T. Has Juice played Ice Climbers?
Well, all bets is off now. Shit. I'm gonna say, yeah.
All right, Shadow Fox.
I'm going to say yes because it's included in a whole bunch of games now.
That's what I was thinking. So let's.
Robert.
Yeah.
Terrell.
I don't like being a follower, so no.
Jack.
Terrell wins it.
Yes. Let's just say there's a group that got it right and a group that got it wrong. And the group that got it right was just one person. Terrell, congratulations.
Hey!
I had a feeling that.
See, as an individual, folks, it rewards you sometimes.
I never played Ice Climbers. The closest
Army of One.
I also feel like that conversation has come up before. That's
one of the
Jesus.
Smash Brothers games. There's like an Ice Climbers type thing, isn't there? Where you
Yes, it's in Smash Bros.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I feel like that conversation has come up before, and I remember it was either Juice or T, and I'm glad I guessed right. It was Juice.
There's something that's
It's in Smash Brothers, NES Remix. It's in all kind of shit.
right.
But I never played an actual game at the
Terminator Juice is one of the worst Nintendo fans of all time.
You're just now figuring this out?
Yeah, just for thoughts for next week. If my dad was against video games, so I most of the ones I played were from that friends had and stuff, and
Now he tells
I never
us.
knew anybody that had Ice Climbers, honestly. All right, so we're starting with Terrell this time. We're on the Super NES, and the first game is Stunt Race FX.
Oh, fuck.
Has Juice played it?
Yes.
All right, Robert.
Yep.
Shadow Fox.
Yep.
Ms. T.
Nope.
Jack, can you get your answer in? Hurry up.
Don't tell me what to do, man.
Robert, do you know what Stunt Race FX is?
Yeah, I do actually.
All right, Jack says no. And fucking absolutely, I played that game. I was a huge fan of that game.
Wow, that game is trash.
I love it.
It is now. It's like 7 frames per
I was
second.
gonna say this game. This is from the frame rate stickler over here. Who rags on Turok. What, he like Stunt Race? When it runs like 8 frames a second? Like,
Turok was trash. Turok and GoldenEye, oh my god, they were bad. They were notoriously bad. But I could still go back and play them. But they were designed around that frame rate though. So I don't know.
Absolutely. I didn't own it. My buddy did, and we played it all the time. So love that game. All right, so who went
Not
first?
my week.
I went first.
Time for redemption. Don't forget about you guys' double downs. You got 2 to use. So the next game is Super Punch Out.
What?
That's
Was it on me?
Yeah.
Double down and on yes.
All right, double down. Shadow Fox.
I'll double down and say the same.
All right, Robert.
Yeah.
No double down, huh?
No, I don't really double down.
All right, Jack. Or Jack said yes. Terrell.
I'm gonna just say yes because I'm not 100% sure.
I'm embarrassed to answer this one.
Oh fuck!
Jesus, man.
No,
I
I've
know what that means.
never played Super Punch Out.
Fuck!
Fuck you, man.
I'm
I'm off this podcast. I'm done.
I should have just walked away. I should have been like,
That's
no.
horrible.
This is
And
my
I,
last podcast.
You
I'm
had
out.
your
son.
moment. You had your chance.
This
I
dude
fucking-
did
I-
not
oh,
play
my
Super
heart.
Punch Out.
I knew in my heart I should have walked away. Fuck.
You know what? No, I had my
What?
hint. Last week I mentioned something about Mad Clown, and you were like, "What, Mad Clown?" I should have known then.
Oh,
Damn it.
man.
I love
You didn't know who Mad Clown was. You didn't play that game.
Super Punch Out destroys the original Punch Out
Yeah,
I'm
no.
gonna have you feeling some
in
type
every
of
way.
bro.
But, God
Damn
damn.
it.
I'm done with you, man. I'm done.
I
All right, so this
knew
is-
better. Fuck.
The next game, if you want to call it that, is Mario Paint.
It's a game.
If you say yes to fucking Mario Paint and no to Super Punch Out, I'm gonna punch your ass out.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
Punch Out.
I played Mario Paint.
Yes.
All right, Robert. Yeah, Gates said yes, by the way.
Oh man, because I feel like I'm gonna say yeah.
All right, Shadow Fox.
Everybody played Mario Paint. Yes.
Mezza T.
Nope.
No, now I'm scared.
He's mad. Of course, I played Mario Paint. My buddy had it, had the mount.
I don't
We
even
played-
care anymore. Just do
and
it.
I was an artist. I was an art class.
See, you sound like me last time.
He's like more like Shadow last week. So good job to those that got it right. Sorry, T.
Play Mario Paint, but
I
then,
think I made this list just to try to trip T up. I think that's how I designed this
well, that's
list.
fair.
Out of spite.
That makes it fair.
No, it's not like I would know what would trip you up or what wouldn't.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
say that.
T.
Now.
Let's see if he can repeat. I'll make all the questions against him though. Make sure.
Yeah, what kind of shit is that?
What kind of?
Everybody has the same chance. Shadow Fox has the biggest disadvantage because he knows me the least. I guess we have the least amount of conversations about gaming off air.
So now he's trying to defend himself after just saying he tried to
The
trick
next
you.
guy,
See this stuff? You see what's going on here, people?
Oh.
You ready to hear this?
explain to me how I could design a list to personally trip you up. I don't even know how.
But you just said that.
Yeah, you did.
No.
You said it a second ago.
Joke. I made it up.
Yeah, I don't believe him. Now he's fucking lying.
He's like at 0 points. I mean, so Rush 2 Extreme Racing is the first N64 game. What do you think, T?
Jesus.
T?
This is on me. What?
Mm.
Rush San Francisco Rush 2?
Mhm.
I don't even give a shit.
Oh no.
Come on, dude. You win 2 in a row and you're going to be a sore loser? Come on.
It's not. Do you think I give a shit about winning this game? It's not about that. I'm just saddened by your gaming history here.
Yeah, I think it's the more important
It's
situation.
that game. It was so hard for me to even play a game
Um,
in those years.
yes, I don't know. Yes.
All right, Shadow Fox.
Is the name of the game San Francisco Rush 2, or what game are we talking about?
Crystal Games Rush 2 Extreme Racing. It was a sequel
Okay.
to San Francisco Rush.
Okay, Rush 2. I'm gonna say no.
All right, Robert.
I've never heard of it. I'm gonna say no.
Terrell.
I've never heard of it. I'm gonna say yes.
Whoa.
Jack Gates doubled down on yes. And not only did I play it, I owned it. And we played the stunt mode for hours and hours, me and my buddies. So, yeah.
Jesus.
Way to go, Terrell.
Was the stunt mode in 3D at 2 frames a second?
Oh wow.
Wow, this man. Whose man's is this? Somebody go get him.
Don't blame your ass for me.
Did they ever make a Rush
Turn it
3?
up.
Did they ever make a Rush 3?
I think it was
41.
49 was 3.
Whoa.
Whoa.
He sounds so
Keanu
fucking
Reeves and
proud.
shit. Whoa.
That was a cross-gen game. That was Dreamcast and N64. Rush 2049.
Dude, it's ahead of its time, yo.
All right, Terrell.
Yeah.
Game Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh fuck. Oh Oh no! I feel like this conversation has come up too, and I'm not
It
sure.
has.
Oh fuck! Oh, I'm scared. No.
All right, Terrell says no. Robert, Jack,
I'm gonna say no.
Shadow Fox,
Yeah, I'm saying no too.
Ms. T.
No.
I did. I rented it and
No!
played it for I think the 1-day rental. Took her back.
Jesus, you didn't like
I
it?
thought
Here
I
for
could
it.
have swore you said you never played it.
No, I definitely.
Fuck.
I just figured you didn't play it because it's rare.
How far was the singing pile of poop or whatever?
Oh, that's decently far.
Maybe I played it for. I guess I played it more than I thought. But
About 3 hours in.
Yeah, I'm about to say you would have been at least a decent ways in.
when I was younger, that was the first day probably.
Let's say because you got past the boot flower and everything. That's pretty far. That
All
means
right.
you put a few balls.
It's food flour.
Hey man, that's what I call it. That's what it is.
The next one is Beetle Adventure Racing,
What?
and we start with T.
What the fuck is that?
Yes. What? Get out of here. Let's
I'm
go.
dead ass.
Right now.
Shadow
I have
Fox.
no fucking.
I'm gonna say yes. That was a pretty good game. Pretty good game.
All right, Robert.
I'm gonna say yes because I never even heard of this shit.
There's an X. There's an X at the top of both of y'all screens. Hit that
Man, I don't
shit.
give a damn.
Well,
At this point, I'm gonna just say yes because I
Beetle
legit
Just
don't
click
know.
it. Go ahead.
don't tell Terminator Juice that he'll do it for real.
there's 6 left, and a couple of you guys still have both your double down. So,
Damn.
Beetle Adventure Racing was another game that I rented and I played.
Jesus, Beetle Adventure
That
Racing.
game's classic.
What kind of name is that though?
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Okay, heard
You're
Volkswagen
driving a
Beetles
Beetle, a
before?
Volkswagen.
You're driving. Oh, I thought like a beetle.
Oh, you mean like an actual
It's
animal?
a
Like,
licensed
like an
Volkswagen
insect.
Beetle game made by EA. It was a fucking classic, cult classic on the N64.
I would rather race against beetles, like
I
actual
enjoyed
beetles.
it, but I didn't like it as much as the praise it got.
Adventure Racing. It's classic, yo.
I think it would have been cool to have like an actual beetle.
It's just better than Diddy Kong.
oh,
Hey, don't you like opening all those
Yeah,
doors with those
I would
keys?
That's a game that's overrated.
All right, I'm doing a score update. It's hard to add and talk at the same time. All right. Shit, let me.
I see Weisengrunk apparently had his name in the Nintendo Power for Beetle Adventure Racing. And I just want to say that I was also in the Nintendo Power. I think I told you guys that.
You're pieces of shit.
What did it have to do with Beetle Adventure Racing, though? If you can answer that, Visor. What was yours for, Robert?
That was for it was they said if you could make a Nintendo holiday, and I called it Mario Hat Day, and everyone has to dress up like Mario and act like Mario, and they actually put me in it, and I was like the top one. It was awesome.
Dang, I'm surprised by the score. So we got. I'm adding up Jack Gates right now. I should add it up a little bit more as we're going, but so we got Jack Gates and Terrell tied with 6 points.
Really? Huh?
Robert at 4.
Nice.
Shadow Fox at 3. T sitting at 1 point currently.
Yo, so I'm in second? Holy shit.
Yeah, it's definitely a flip here.
Yeah, I'm actually genuinely surprised.
And it's like, dude, it's like the NES shit that we never even heard of.
Yeah, because at this point, like part of this is just us guessing. At least me.
Yeah, I don't never even heard of Beetles.
All right, so the next
I didn't even know you called that car a
You didn't
Beetle.
know a Volkswagen Beetle?
Come
Okay,
on,
that
man.
one, I
You ain't
knew
that
that.
young.
I mean, I was
No,
like, that.
No, but I don't know cars. Like I don't know cars in general. I don't know what they are. No.
All right, so
Okay.
The game was out before Robert was born. a lot of these games is out before then, Jack.
all right, so Terrell go first. Jack, as soon as you can. Burnout 2 on the GameCube. Well, GameCube, Xbox, PS2 era.
Double down, yes.
Well, he just gave the answer away, I think.
Can we do?
Robert.
Can we make a new rule right now to if we can use both of them at the same time and quadruple it.
Well, I mean, no. If you want to risk going losing 4 points,
That'd be pretty.
no, you can't do it.
entertaining.
But
No, I was like, give him the right to do
I'm
it.
gonna say
yeah, what do you guys? Let's just do it. You can do ×4 if you want to risk it.
all right. Well, I'm not gonna do it though. Not for this one.
Why bring this shit up then? Shut up.
No,
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
eventually. I will eventually because you kind of have to. I'm gonna say yeah.
All right, Shadow Fox.
I'm gonna double down and say yes. I've noticed the pattern here, and that's part 2, and that's with the crash mode with the awesome crash. Yeah, you played that.
I don't like it when see when
Alright,
Shadow Fox put all this reasoning behind it, and then like he ends up being
I'm
wrong.
gonna say yes.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You didn't play it. What the hell were you playing on GameCube?
Luigi's Mansion.
Okay, so funny
True
story.
crime.
Wow.
With Rush 2, I own that game on the N64. I actually sold it to a buddy who got into the N64 way later after I'd moved on. Burnout 2, I still own that motherfucker. That was one of the best games on the
Classic.
GameCube.
Man, I still play that.
So Shadow doubled down.
I like the first one a little more, but that's just.
Yeah, so Terrell's kind of running away.
Yep, Terrell, nice job.
I don't even know why.
All
You
right.
need to stop.
It's time to stop.
And I think this was one of the games I know I asked for Robert in the early one of the first ones, but Pikmin 2 is
Oh,
the
Shit.
Oh, that hurts.
Wait, who goes first on this OT?
Mhm.
Is that me?
Yeah.
Oh, Pikmin 2. No.
All right. Shadow Fox.
I'm also gonna say no.
Fuck.
Robert.
He just came or some shit.
Hey, Robert, did you that last game? Did you want to? Did you even want to double down? Because I didn't write it down.
No, I didn't double down. I didn't want to double down.
Quad down on this one.
I should have quad down.
What do you think?
But
What the fuck is
fuck, I don't know, because now it's like I'm thinking like the only reason you're bringing this game up, I feel like, is because you're testing us.
Yeah, it could be one of those things where
I had to put some thought into. I couldn't pick ones that are so obvious.
No, I know. To be fair, like everything you're testing us, but it's like this one specifically, like and I'm gonna have to say yeah.
Terrell.
I'm pretty sure this is no, and I would double down, but I don't trust it now because
God damn it.
I'm gonna say, but I'm pretty sure you said no, so I'm gonna say no. You would not play.
And Jack Gates said yes.
I
And,
feel like it's no. Oh God.
I rented Pikmin 1. I own Pikmin 3. Never played Pikmin 2.
Yeah,
I was pretty sure.
Knew
I was
it.
pretty sure, but the way he brought it up made me paranoid. I was like, why
Oh.
specifically Pikmin 2?
That's why I picked it, because I was like, why Pikmin 2? It's like,
Because I don't know.
Pikmin 1,
I think it was a little bit harder to guess than Pikmin 1.
Actually, really, I would have thought Pikmin 1 would have been harder.
because it was I thought.
I mean, I think just about everybody played Pikmin 1 at some point, but
No, I haven't played with Pikmin 1.
Yeah, that's why I thought you picked 2 specifically, because you didn't play that shit.
yeah. See, you're thinking. It was right. All right, next game, and we're starting. Shit. Terrell?
What?
We start with Terrell. Spider-Man 2 is the next game.
Oh shit.
And if you notice a pattern in the GameCube,
Okay.
they're all 2s. That's why I
Fuck.
picked Pikmin 2, by the way.
The problem is we were talking about Spider-Man because of the new game, and I know, and unfortunately, I think I'm mixing what T has said for what Juice. Oh no. I'm gonna say no.
All right. Jack Gates. No, he didn't answer yet. Robert.
I'm gonna say no and follow this man.
Don't do that.
What do you think, Shadow?
I'm gonna say yes.
All right. I got to remind some people. Terrell, you have one double down left. Jack has one. Robert has both. Shadow has one, and T has one. So, T, what do you think? Spider-Man 2.
I'm going to say yes, because most people I think, played 2 in the GameCube PS2 era. Then they did 1.
Yeah, I love
because actually 1 came out before the GameCube launched. So
yeah, but see, I remember us having the conversation. Well, actually, I'll wait.
what did I say? I'm gonna say yes, or yes, you played 2.
All right, Jack Gates also says yes. And unfortunately, no, I never played Spider-Man.
Yes!
Oh, fuck.
Yes!
Nice.
I was thinking of T. I knew T had played the shit out of it, but I was like, I've never heard Juice talk about it.
All right, we're gonna need some quadruple down by Robert and some double downs to have
Woo!
with this one. So
I was so scared. I was like, ah.
the next one is Excitebots for the Wii.
What the shit?
Oh God.
These like elements.
I mean, wait, quick question. How many questions are left?
You know what I mean?
3 left.
3 left. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, it's on UT.
I'm gonna double down on no because I don't really give a shit at this point.
Shadow Fox.
I'm gonna do the same. Double down on no.
Oh my god. Excite bots? What the
I played it.
I feel like this game didn't sell well. It looks so random. I'm gonna say
What's random or the question is random. I'm confused.
and for
Are you
that,
looking at the game right now, Robert? I'm confused.
yeah, I was looking at it right now.
Yeah.
And for that reason alone, I'm gonna say yes.
All right, Terrell, what do you think?
Well, Robert already said it. Yes, I was gonna go with yes.
All
Why
right.
you gotta copy me though?
Man, listen, you went before me. Fuck you.
Man, the 2 guys closest to Terrell answered the same as Terrell and missed an opportunity to catch up on Terrell. So, nope, never played Excitebots.
Oh shit!
Damn. Okay.
So T got the.
Let me tell you why.
Is there
any?
any? Is it even?
I'll tell you
possible
why I
for-
said no. I bought the game. I still haven't played that shit.
Is it
It's
possible
sitting in
for
my
me to catch
collection,
up?
and I don't usually not play games. I almost never not play games.
I'm glad I did double down on it because I debated it.
I never played it. I bought it, but I never played it.
Robert, you can still catch up if he gets both wrong and you get your both double downs right.
Oh my god! So I have to go the opposite of you, Terrell.
Well, good for you, buddy. Have fun.
All right.
So Terrell gets to go first for the next one, and that is Super Paper Mario.
Wait, I go first, don't I?
Yeah,
God damn.
Terrell goes first.
We talked about this too, right?
All right. Oh no. No. Oh. Double down. No.
I'm gonna have to quadruple down. No.
All right, Shadow Fox.
I think I remember you saying this was trash at some point. So I'm gonna say yes.
T.
I'm gonna say yes because I can't see you missing a 2D Mario game. Obviously, it's not traditional 2D Mario, but there is some platforming 2D Mario stuff in there. So I'm gonna say yes. You have played it.
I will say I was anticipating the game when they first revealed it.
Oh, no.
And
Oh, damn it.
then the reviews came out, and I found out what it actually was, and I never picked it up.
Yes.
So Terrell just secured his.
Wait a minute. This dude listened to reviews? Oh, this dude,
That means
losing all kinds of stripes in my book.
I thought it was a platform. I didn't know it was a.
God damn.
The reason why I said no was because it's an RPG, and I don't think Juice really didn't care back then.
Oh yeah.
I just don't remember you ever talking about even playing any Paper Mario. So
Yeah, but I was like, I don't think. Yeah, you haven't talked about Paper Mario, period, let alone Super Paper Mario.
I thought he played it because I thought he had mentioned it was trash before.
Well, he
and
did.
It's technically not an RPG. It is what it isn't. It's more of
I'm
a
still not sure what
action game.
exactly it is.
It's an RPG, but I just
It's
thought
mix
it
of
was
it.
too
It's the
bloody-
least RPG of the 3.
Yeah.
I think I would have bought it, but then I'm pretty sure we knew. Didn't we know Galaxy was coming out before Super Paper Mario released? Because I was like,
Probably.
I had that Mario itch, but then I found out that it wasn't quite a traditional Mario game, and then I'm pretty sure we knew Galaxy was coming, so I was just like, yeah, I'll just get
I
it.
just thought it was too inventive, too clever Nintendo game for you to pass, even with the RPG
I'm
stuff.
still not. Like I didn't watch a whole lot of gameplay either. So
I didn't have that much fun playing it. It's not bad, but
all right,
Your
the final
opinion
game.
matters not.
the final game, and there's no chance of a tie or anything, even though I did have a tiebreaker ready. But Wii Sports Resort. T, I think you're up.
I'm just so distraught right now.
It's literally like me and T switch places. Dead ass. Because last
Why you don't play this shit?
What's the game? Who cares? What game is it?
Wii Sports
Wii
Resort.
Wii Sports Resort. I mean, we are talking about the what was it called? The Wii Plus,
Wii Motion
Plus. Yeah. That was the debut. So, yes, you played it. I don't care.
I'm gonna say you played it.
All right, Robert.
I'm gonna say, yeah, nah,
No.
no.
All right, Terrell.
Both ways.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you played it.
And Jack doubled down. He's a smart man. I rented it, never owned it. And funny enough, I did have a Wii Motion Plus. Anybody want to guess what game I got the Wii Motion Plus with?
Zelda?
Skyward Sword.
Skyward Sword, probably. That's what I'm thinking.
That was like 2011.
Oh, wait.
Or
Wait, you said you rented it. Does that mean you played it?
What?
Boy, hopefully you didn't just rent it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, take my money,
I had
Blockbuster.
a Wii Motion Plus already, though.
from Skyward Sword.
No, Star Wars Store came out in 2000.
That was 2011 game, bro.
Yeah, 2011.
I know,
What the
but maybe
hell
they didn't play till way later.
No, what the hell came out? What game were you again
Red.
for?
Oh no.
Oh, it could have been Red Steel 2.
It came
Bristol
with
2 was 2010.
came with the game. It was Tiger Woods, PJ Tour. whatever.
What?
Really?
What?
89.
See that? You see this bullshit?
Yeah, but saying that one, I'm just like, what?
Yeah, I played Tiger Woods Mario Golf. Nah, I ain't play that shit.
The final tally: Jack Gates with 10.
Wait.
Terrell finished with 12.
I got -5, I think.
Robert at 11. So
Yes. Damn it! Fuck you, Terrell.
I didn't even do anything.
You had the chance. What was the one?
Those. I mean, there's a few.
Fightbots was your biggest chance to tie it
Yeah.
up. So Shadow did
Ah.
8. T was at 5. So, you know,
I lose spectacularly.
when I came up with the list, I wasn't thinking of T, and I was just trying to come up with games that would throw you guys one way or the other, like that I knew I played, but you guys might not think I played. So I was trying to come up with a list, to fool you guys.
I was
In other words, it's not
surprised how well that went.
So, Terrell,
This is the
congrats.
first-
You were what, second every other time?
I was second every time except for the last time where I was like abysmally down because I
Finally
was
broke through the glass ceiling. Congratulations.
yeah, I made it, Ma. I'm a winner.
Robert, if
I feel like I'm usually either playing or well, though it was only last week. Or no, yeah.
Last
where
week,
I
I
was-
think it was your first time, wasn't it?
yeah, and I was pretty bad, I think.
Yeah, we
I
did
think.
not as bad as me. That's all
What'd
I
you have
remember.
left? Let me look.
I was the worst last week.
Um,
I'm pretty sure.
Robert had 7 points, so you did all right last week.
All right, life moves on.
What the
Wow.
fuck?
We appreciate the positivity, buddy.
All right, so yeah, I don't have any other topics or
I'll
anything.
take my victory dance, everybody.
But
I'm a
I'm a
winner.
winner.
anybody want to talk about that Xbox experience or whatever?
Yeah, go ahead. Well, let me.
It was amazing. Go ahead.
I have
set it
no
up.
clue. I didn't watch it actually.
Boy, that's good because you didn't need to. Listen,
What was it even called? Inside Xbox?
It was
Episode
X18.
2018.
2018. So the
It
general
looked like
idea.
a fox.
The general idea is that it was in Mexico City and they did it like a legit conference. Like they had people out, they were standing out there switching from people to people talking about different games. One of the biggest selling points of this whole thing was the fact that there's 16 Xbox One Game Pass games coming, guys. And so they spent the whole conference throughout everything else announcing these Xbox One Game Pass games.
But wait a minute, Terrell. Don't they do that regularly? Just
Yeah,
Twitter or
yeah, exactly. That was part of that was only the first problem, folks. The second problem is a lot of the new information was a bunch of just updates to old games, updates to State of Decay 2, updates for Sea of Thieves, updates. I think they updated for Crackdown 3, and guess what? The release date is up 7 whole days. So instead of February 22nd, it's February 15th, 2019. Woo! Everybody's excited, but
Xbox feels like they're so bland right now. It's like a Sears catalog. It's just so bland.
yeah, exactly. It's like there's shit in there, but no one gives a fuck.
Yeah, like okay.
It'd be like if
Nice
Nintendo did an entire direct on 3DS right now, like
Oh,
Well, that has happened before, though.
like
not
right now,
really
today,
recently.
Oh
Like
yeah,
this-
today, yeah, that's
this
offensive.
year.
Yeah. And I guess the most offensive thing that I need to bring up that everyone noticed is that they had to be paying somebody, or they had like a fucking applause meter in the damn crowd, because that was the most overhyped crowd for the most mundane shit.
Oh, there was clearly a hype man. I saw him quite a few times, throwing his arms up, looking at the crowd, turning around. So there was definitely some queuing going on.
Yeah, because
Paid audience.
exactly. Because the one thing that, and the reason why a lot of people, it wasn't the only thing, but the biggest moment that people were like, yeah, someone's got to be getting paid, is when they were chanting for the Sea of Thieves update. They weren't. It wasn't like Xbox. It was like Sea of Thieves, Sea of Thieves, and
Oh
we're
my
like,
God.
Cracking is lacking. Cracking ain't lacking.
exactly. And we're sitting there like, that shit wouldn't even happen if that doesn't even happen for most Nintendo games, and they get the hype. Like, people aren't out there screaming Zelda every 5 seconds. That's not even a realistic thing.
That's not real. It's just not real.
And to the point where I think the guy from Square Enix was out there and was like, guys, I need you to be quiet because of a translator. And they still wouldn't shut the fuck up until the hype man turned around and was like,
That was part of the script. I guarantee it.
Mexicans love a
it's
good party, man.
because they were getting hyped over the most mundane shit. Guys, Final Fantasy 13 and 13-2 are now Xbox One backwards compatible. Woo!
And hold on,
He's not even kidding. He's not joking.
And
the
then
next Game Pass game announcement coming up.
yeah, the next Game Pass game. Hey guys, you want to see that new Sea of Thieves
And it's
footage?
like, if you look at the
Sorry.
list of the Game Pass games, like other than Ori and the director's cut of Ori and the Blind Forest, like I never heard of. Well, I think Sea of Thieves has always been on there,
Yeah.
but then it was there's one other like kind of major title, but everything else was just like indie games and games most people had never even heard of.
And folks, the most
And then, like, Major
ridiculous
Nelson
thing.
is like up there in his most velvet of grandfather jackets. He's just so out of place next to all these other people.
And the kicker is
Young kids, they're not young kids, but they're younger people, and he's just like grandpa's off to the side, like,
Exactly.
running the show, and it was just like, what the hell is this?
yeah, it was bad. And here's the kicker. I found this out because I only watched like half of it. Apparently they gave away an Xbox console. And when I say that, I don't
They
mean
had to.
like
That
I don't mean
typically
like
happens.
I don't no. But here's the thing, I don't mean like a box console. They gave him just an Xbox with a party hat on it.
What the fuck?
Unboxed
And we-
Xbox
yeah,
One.
it was unboxed.
I don't even know if it was an S or an X. I think it might
You
have been the
can't
old
tell.
one.
We knew it was black. That was it.
I think it was the OG one.
And we're sitting there going, and people made the joke on Twitter, where the fuck are the cords? Like it was one of those moments where people were like, it takes more effort to take it out of the box.
See, here's what I think. I saw the picture. I think that probably wasn't even. That was probably just a shell.
It's
you know,
probably a show.
just like large check. I think he's gonna have to wait to get his Xbox. I'm
Which
guessing.
is stupid to
Usually
me.
that's what they do when they reveal a console too.
Yeah,
There's
mailing
no guts
everything.
in there.
You gotta mail this in to get your console.
Yeah, but why
Yeah.
the fuck would you do this for a console? And
Because they're in
think
Mexico City, weren't they?
yeah, in Mexico
So
City.
who was it? A local person who won it, or somebody that
They
flown
don't-
there for this event?
I guess it was
Because
just-
if he lived in America, then they're not going to give him an Xbox to transport in a plane, back to the United States.
That's still.
So I think it was just like a huge check that
I
they
mean,
give
granted,
people.
it's not really a big
token.
deal. It was just something we made fun of because it was just kind of the ridiculousness of it all.
Well, I appreciate you, gentlemen, because y'all saved me time. I had that video queued up to watch.
Oh no, bro.
There is nothing of value.
Did they mention Killer Instinct at all?
No.
Did they mention Crackdown at all?
Yeah, got bumped up a week.
They did.
Crackdown has an update. Crackdown has an update.
Awesome.
It has like a new mode or something.
Finally showed like the what do you call it?
And to
The
be
cloud.
fair, it looks better.
The cloud shit, it looks really good. I will say that
They showed the destruction for the first time since.
Yeah, they showed the cloud destruction.
Yeah, it does look better.
It looks a lot. Yeah,
Since Spider-Man was received so well or was marketed so well, Sunset Overdrive maybe they can go back to that again. Maybe
if they cared about Sunset, they have an announcement already.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like that game is new.
So,
you know,
I think
I bought my Xbox One for that game, and that was what.
Oh yeah, the only rumor I saw is that apparently it's coming to PC the end of this week.
That's not good news. That's absolutely horrible for Xbox.
It's good news for me because I didn't want to buy an Xbox to play it. That's good news.
I mean, yeah.
That was like the only game I was waiting on. I was like, God damn it, everything else is coming.
And it's not even Windows; it's straight to Steam.
Yeah, it's like
straight to Steam. That's even more disrespectful. You at least have it on the games for Windows Store.
Nah, we ain't about that. We ain't about that life, son.
Too much, man. Yeah.
Oh my
God. So you being selfish.
I'm not being selfish. I'm just saying that's what I figured Microsoft would do if it's their property.
True,
but
because they said they weren't interested in doing a sequel or anything.
Well, I think they podcast about like if 2019 is going to be like the Wii U's last year, where it's a few games, like Crackdown, and maybe that Gears of War.
I hope it's for last year.
To be fair, it's more like 2018 because what have you gotten from Xbox this year?
They don't release
now. As much as people shit on the Wii U, though, the swan song for that game was Breath of the Wild. That was the swan song for that console. So
yeah.
Has anybody come close to anything like that? Like the GameCube was Twilight Princess. Is anybody? I don't think Sony and Microsoft.
Even if you want to ignore Breath of the Wild, 2016 for the Wii U, although was
a few decent games.
Yeah, because what is it? Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Star Fox.
I mean, everything is being ported to Switch. I mean, yeah.
Star Fox.
Nobody wanted them until they were on Switch, apparently.
So it wasn't like it was terrible. I mean, the only games you got from Xbox this year is what? State of Decay, Sea of Thieves,
Forza.
When the hell did Forza come out?
Horizon. That came out recently. September.
I'm just trying to think.
I didn't hear anything about it.
That game had so many people.
Like the only late gen game I could think about. I could think of only the Sony consoles having those, and that was God of War 2 for the PS2, and The Last of Us, Love It or Like It on PS3.
To be fair, I think if Halo actually comes out on the Xbox One, that'll be its song.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I think they're waiting.
To be fair, I know why.
Unless it's a cross-gen thing, I don't think they're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, if you count Zelda, I guess you would still count.
Yeah, Zelda's cross-gen, so.
Yeah, it's like if you count Zelda, I would count. And I guess the other thing we should probably mention is that Xbox has acquired 2 new RPG studios.
Yeah, well, I guess I don't want to say we knew, but. There
were rumors that they had, but it's let me pull it up real quick. I saw it. Okay, it's Obsidian and what is this? Inzal? I guess it's Inzal. I'm gonna pronounce it.
I'll be a little worried next year.
I'm a little interested only because
I'll be a little worried next gen if I was Sony. Start making moves, making moves.
Yeah, because I'm a little.
They got like 13
surprised.
Studios now. They got like 13 studios.
And I guess for those who don't know what either of those companies have done, Obsidian is known for the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
And New Vegas, I think.
Yeah, Fallout New Vegas, South Park, The Stick of Truth, and Pillars
they got some cred there.
And then In Exile is known for Wasteland 2, Torment, Tides of Numeria, Bard's Tale, and then the upcoming Wasteland 3.
Wait, but didn't Obsidian make that super advanced graphics engine for one of their games that never came out? They had this like super advanced graphics engine they were touting that was supposed to be better.
Coming out for the Scorpio, or the Scorpio, like call it. Whatever. The Scarlet. Maybe it's gonna come out for the Scarlet, son.
It
I
could.
don't know. Complete with the Luminous engine in tow. Like
Yeah.
I mean,
now we finally have the power to run the Luminous engine.
if nothing else, it's an honest attempt at trying to diversify your brand, because Xbox has never been known for RPGs. So the fact that you went out of your way to get 2 RPG studios, that's something. And if nothing else, it shows that at least you're still interested in making games.
They tried though. Nobody was. Lost Odyssey. I like people.
You know what the problem is? Because Xbox has unfortunately curated their fan base into like one specific genre.
Shooters.
They're slowly getting rid of those guys.
Well, yeah, but you know,
they're shaking them dudes.
Oh,
They're
the
not happy
shooter
right
guys
now.
are on
They
PS4 now.
So what?
The Xbox podcasts. They're not happy with the output of games.
Well, it's weird because some of those Xbox podcasts, I think people are more interested in the third-party games than the damn first-party.
And
That was always the case for all those platforms, though.
Which is the problem. It's like that's
My
you never
problem
had.
with GameCube. Like, had so many. It had quite a good selection of third party. His first party was, in my opinion, for the most part, was just little.
it wasn't up to par. It was a letdown for me coming off the N64.
Yeah.
Oh, talking about GameCube.
Yeah.
Well, you don't like RPGs though, so it wasn't gonna be good for you. But the Ten Kaitos, I was good.
Yeah, the problem with it wasn't.
No, I'm talking
Again, Monolith.
Yeah, I'm talking more specifically Mario's and Zeldas and.
Oh yeah.
Even the Mario Kart for me didn't really click. So.
Really, because people love Double Dash.
Yeah, there's some diehard Double Dash guys.
Double Dash, they're all just kind of off for me. Like, I mean, decent, but
Something about the GameCube was just off. I don't know.
I'm surprised.
I feel like I'm the only guy that loved Sunshine though. Like I'm the only.
You're not the only. You're not
I'm
the
like,
only.
this jetpack, we're taking it away from you. Get good.
People cut my head off about talking bad about Sunshine. So
No, well, now I think it's
only
like
guy.
become the new thing to love Sunshine.
Yeah, I feel like Sunshine.
It's almost like the Star Wars prequels.
Yeah,
I don't
Sunshine
know
is
why.
coming on
People
like-
trying to come back and act like they like it now.
Well,
Like
it's
just like they say they
full
like the
circle.
GameCube.
I'm not gonna say they couldn't tweak it and remaster and do a full like remaster and tweak some of the elements of the game and it could be an enjoyable experience. But I mean, some of those levels where I forget what it was called, where you're like over the water. There was like boats, and you're on these like you're getting up high on these like I-beams and shit.
That's my main
And you're
problem
at
with
the fall,
Sunshine.
you were fucked. You
Oh,
had
so
to-
it doesn't have a lot of diversity.
That's my main problem with Sunshine is it adheres way too much to its setting and the damn flood, and those are my main
and the
two issues.
controls
with
are a
that
little
game.
too.
I'm gonna tell you why I disagree, and this is what won me: the special stages. Like that's what got me. I'm in there, and I'm like,
Those
so
don't control as well as you know,
no, but you got to be good, and they design those to make you mad.
Sometimes
So-
you got to be lucky because you could do everything right and still Mario all of a sudden this giant rotating like hexagon, and 3 times you just
You'll miss one side of the polygon or something.
and you're just walking with it. All of a sudden he slides off and you're dead. And it's like
The thing is with that is they had that in Galaxy 2. If you remember, they had that fucking thing in Galaxy 2. That same
Yep.
thing for
Well,
Sunshine.
Technically,
But
that's from N64. If you're talking about the
And it
random
can feel
bounce
a
off
lot
wall.
better.
Yeah, that played way better, and you could.
Yeah.
It's like a night and day difference. Where it's like, yeah, listen, Galaxy 2 takes Sunshine and shoves it up its ass. I don't know.
Well, I mean, but Galaxy 2 was literally, and that's why I say that's the hardest choice though, because Galaxy was like clearly that was different, and you knew, okay, this is greatness. And then Galaxy 2 said, what was Galaxy? And then you're like, well, you're clearly a better game. However, I'm going to remember Galaxy, and it's such a hard. That hurts. That hurts so bad. Why did Galaxy 2 come out? That hurt. That hurt really bad.
and I,
The GameCube got so many things right, but
Yeah.
it was just off and
It was technically ready for online. Nintendo just wasn't. Third parties were like, fuck that. We got to make our own online platform. No.
To be fair, Nintendo still isn't ready for all.
I mean,
There you go.
Let's do it. The cloudiness. You gonna put the cloud back over Mr. T?
It was a joke. Chill out.
That cloud.
No, it was a joke.
I mean, they had the potential with like the Metroid Primes. They blew everybody away with what it could do graphically. The gameplay was solid. Music, everything was top notch.
Yeah.
and
They finally got the.
but they didn't do that with a lot of the other franchises, in my opinion. Anyway,
I
we're
mean, Rebel Strike like shut up everybody for me. They're just like, well, we can't get this engine up. Rebel Strike, shut up. And you just look at that game and you're like, wow, how is that even possible? Because it is.
Was freaking gorgeous. Yes. And that was the thing. It never got better visually than that game.
Nope, because nobody knew how to work it.
And that was a launch title. That's disjointed I was talking about. Like that, it never got better. We were talking about Factor 5, who were amazing geniuses,
and they wrote some of the tools too. So
yeah, so
Rocky so Sunshine put them off platformers until around 3 years or so.
Sunshine was the first Mario platformer that I didn't care to do everything in.
Yeah, me too.
Wow.
I didn't
care 100%. I didn't care. I was just like
stupid blue coin thing. I didn't want to have to try to go to every
the blue. I mean,
I needed that Yoshi.
It was the blue coins was obviously thrown in to pad the game because they had to rush it.
Yes,
rush that game, and it was pretty obvious. And I felt that that's what made it feel off to me as well.
And Wind Waker, even I couldn't tell you one way or the other if I knew beforehand that they had to strip it down.
Was stripped down too.
But I knew I was just like, I'm done. Usually 3 dungeons, and then you unlock the main game, and then you got like 8 more, and then it's like, oh, I'm 4 dungeons, and I'm refighting all the same bosses. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
let's go find these shards.
Let's go find these. Let's go out here randomly and just go into these squares of water and find all these.
Every time I had to change the wind just that one little bit to get because I was just off course. I mean, a piece of my heart died every time because I was like, "Oh my god, I gotta do this again."
But it was a lot in that game though. Like you go to Hyrule Castle for the first time, I was done. I walked in there and like, okay, like this is some Disney level.
That happens at the end.
Like after 3 dungeons, though. They're just.
I was thoroughly satisfied with the game once I beat it. It's just that in hindsight, you think about the stuff that was bothering you when you were playing the game, and
I put up with it, but I can't say I was having fun. Most of that sailing
it was the sailing for me, and how hit or miss it was with when you're actually digging for treasure. Like it was kind of
you missed.
Yeah, you had to be in a certain itty bitty spot, and then you hear like even if you had the little tool to help you, it wasn't exact like the sound when you play.
All that water and you couldn't explore under it, and
even using Dolby Pro Logic 2 to get the accurate.
Yeah, I remember there's a waterfall on one of the islands, and when the Wii U version came out, and I was like talking to people about surround sound. I actually made a video, so I bought a HDMI receiver so I could get true surround sound, and I'm like, wow, if you want to test your surround sound, go to this whatever island and revolve the camera around, and you'll hear the waterfall panning through all your speakers. I don't remember I don't know if I had the setup back in the game. Yeah, I did. I
had it then. It was stereo, but it was just copied to the other 4 monitors. That's
anyway, let's wrap this up, do final thoughts, and get out of here. So let's go, Terrell. Final thoughts.
Good podcast. For Switch fans, you have a game coming out on Friday that I will not be playing.
What is it?
Pokemon.
Oh, that comes out Friday?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee comes out on Friday, folks. Y'all have some fun. Y'all enjoy yourselves. I'm not gonna be playing it.
I don't believe you.
Now, to be fair, I will be. Like I said earlier, I will be probably looking on YouTube.
You'll be live streaming that game by Sunday.
Man, get out of here.
You're gonna be itching.
Man, please.
Calling in sick on Friday.
Hell no. I can't call in sick on Friday, unfortunately. Life ain't that easy.
But what's going to happen from experience? You'll be picking that game up and you'll be playing it.
Listen, don't compare me to you. Just because you're
Dude, if you picked up Sonic Forces, you could pick up Let's Go Pikachu.
First off,
Robert. Ouch.
First off.
Y'all are fucking savage, man.
You bought the same game. What kind of shit?
Exactly, and I'm going to pick up Let's Go.
Right. He's getting the game, so he got you, bro. He got you.
No, because to be fair, the difference is that Robert doesn't have that much attachment to Pokemon like I do. First, like me and him probably have the same attachment to Sonic, but I have more of an attachment to Pokemon. So
you have he's attachment to Pokemon, but you ain't buying the game. I don't understand. I don't get it. Help me.
You're not buying that, just like I'm not buying Smash Brothers.
Whoa.
Wow, that's
Right.
a ridiculous fucking statement. How dare all of y'all? I have other games to play. I'll be finishing my Octopath run probably
You
tonight.
said
Tomorrow.
Rickagra.
No, I haven't even bought that, which that might be. No, I'm probably gonna get Valkyria Chronicles next 4 because that Black Friday sale. Anywho, this is all the fucking point. Guys, enjoy your games, have your fun, and look forward to some Game Award announcement conversation next week because we'll have the nominees tomorrow, right? Juice, is that what you
We're gonna
said?
be face palming, I have a feeling. With
Yeah, we will be.
Yeah, we definitely will.
So we'll have some fun. But until then, life's a game, play to win, and I will catch you guys later.
Look forward to some Terrell playing Let's Go Pikachu.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
The poll is gonna be what should I play, guys? What should I stream?
Should I get the Pokeball Plus or
No,
Here, Let's Go Pikachu.
I am so done with all that.
he
Y'all some fucking garbage, yo.
Maybe have a poll. Should I get Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee?
can be mad when he gonna be so mad when sort of pick that game up now.
I might buy it.
I'm not getting the game, damn it.
I'm gonna buy it. It's an entry level Pokemon game.
Hey, get the fuck out of here.
Don't see what it's all about.
What? Are you gonna buy? Are you gonna take a picture of it in the store and then be like, "Hey,
I want
I
that
got it, guys."
Pokeball version though. That's
You
probably
can't go on Twitter and say it's the best Pokemon game of all time.
Oh my god.
Energy, there is no way any Gen 1 game is gonna do that.
Tag Terrell.
maybe I'll do a giveaway.
You're missing out so much, yo. It's the greatest game of my life.
Maybe I'll buy it.
It'll be the one game Robert beats. That's what pissed me off. Like I didn't play any other games, but I'll be Let's Go Pikachu.
What if it's the
Huh?
reward, the prize for winning next week's Has Juice played it?
There you go.
Wait, what?
Would you play it if you won it?
What if I won the next week's?
He won the game.
If you won
Let's
Let's
go.
Go Pikachu, would you play it?
Yeah, if I you mean if I got the game for free?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would. Then yeah.
You know, with all this resentment, I
He's
think I'm
faltering.
gonna have to play this game.
Faltering.
I like how that's the worst reason to go play a game.
What if
When you buy it,
what if you went into the store and it was $30?
Terrell hates it. Let me play it. Let's go.
when you go buy the games, tell the clerk that your name's Terrell.
Wow. Oh, but this,
I'm the insane game freak. I'd like to buy it.
And wink at the camera.
Does it come with a furry Pikachu plushie?
no, it does not. You can buy it with that Pokeball Plus thing. It's like an extra $30, I
I
think.
want an extra furry Pikachu.
You don't fucking you don't deserve it. You bastard.
Anyway,
Move on.
Robert, go ahead.
So yeah, I'm gonna pick up Let's Go Pikachu.
Yes.
But I've been playing some Red Dead, and I've been slowly chipping at it. It's just too repetitive for me, like a lot of the other Rockstar games. But I'm still enjoying it. But then I started getting into Kingdom Hearts, yo.
Yeah.
And I started playing Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and it's really fucking good, yo. I'm really enjoying it. It's way better than Red Dead. Fuck
Wait,
yo.
you don't like Robert? You don't like waking up every morning and shaving and
Yes.
having a cup of coffee?
No, I'm good. And I'm really enjoying Birth by Sleep, like a lot. And
What's that? Is that the very first one? Or?
No, that's the
the
PSP
first
game.
one in timeline order.
Yeah,
Like, in terms of,
timeline
like,
is.
That's the pissed
It's
game.
the PSP game.
You never played that?
and I've always wanted to get into the franchise, and they had the story so far on PS4 for only $40,
Yeah.
and it comes with everything. So it's like,
I thought
alright.
you were already a fan.
nah.
No, that's me. I'm a fan.
And
I'm
so
excited.
that's why I was like, wow, this makes sense to start now. And so I'm having a lot of fun. I've been having like kind of not as much sleep lately, and sometimes I'm like, well, all right, let me just go to the next save point at least, play a little bit more. Then I fight a boss, and I'm like, let's just enter this new world, see what it looks like. And I've been having fun a lot with it. not as much fun with Red Dead. I'll admit, it's not bad, and I still do enjoy it. But I think it's very slow, and it sucks when I look and apparently there's like 104 missions. I'm like, oh god, that's a lot of fucking missions, man.
You got time for that shit?
You got a job and things to do.
Yeah,
I was kind of hoping it would have that like Breath of the Wild open adventure kind of feel to the world. And I heard
for me, it's not. And maybe
I've heard
some
people say
do.
the exact opposite though. I've heard people talk about.
I don't know what people are looking. I really like. I just feel like I'm walking around and all I see is dirt and dirt and dirt, and it's like shit. And then
look, man, they spent 2 man years recording those different samples of dirt. Okay, they recorded how it sounded when you walked on it.
They worked 5 hours.
People are gonna say, "Yeah, but what about the water?
But the difference,
the water?
Bro,
the water is horrible.
I'm gonna
the
see
water
a
was
review.
bad.
well, the
I'm gonna
difference.
What
about the snow? The snow, yo, the snow."
After we're
I don't
finished,
know.
I'm sending you a review, Robert, and there's a guy who literally talks about his adventures. I'm gonna see your thoughts and opinions on that.
Oh yeah, because like I just keep going mission to mission to mission, and like I feel like there's nothing to explore. Just it's all
the world
fucking
isn't
dirt, yo.
interesting.
It's all dirt. And it's
Chapter
just-
5
it's
is supposed to be
driving
the
me
most graphically demanding part of that game, and you're the first like 30 minutes you're on a beach, and the water doesn't even look good.
crazy. Yeah,
It's polygons folding on top of each other, and you can tell.
it just
It's not walking off in the distance. It's just not interesting looking at real woods and wildlife. It's just not as interesting as a game.
exactly. That's
Like
the
even
same-
Skyrim, like it's not
yeah.
even that kind of interesting. So
Yeah, it's like,
It's like I think like in terms of the more realistic open world, that was a lot more fun to like explore. Obviously, like GTA, I like fucking around in there, but like I think in terms of the same kind of stuff as like Witcher, I like Witcher a lot in terms of its
Yeah.
world.
just think about the wooded areas in GTA. Like, do you think you spend a lot of time just walking?
Oh
around?
yeah, like I don't know.
Not really.
Yeah, exactly. So
with
that's what,
Horizon Zero Dawn, like I thought it had a pretty good art style and some
Yeah.
bright colors and stuff, but there was never anything like in the distance saying,
There's nothing
go
interesting.
explore that. I gotta go
exactly,
check
and
that.
people were saying like when you just see like people are like, oh, but what about when you stop by and you see a guy like over the cliff and then you push him, and it's just like, yeah, but he's still scripted to be there in a way. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
That photo shit. That's
like I
So-
don't like.
That lets you know you could tell they built the graphics engine to just be a graphics engine. They didn't build a game engine.
Well, they didn't build gameplay engine because they
Yeah,
didn't-
exactly.
Physics engine. It's crazy.
I don't know. I mean, again, I'll keep playing it, keep chipping away at it. But I've been really liking Kingdom Hearts, and so I've been kind of playing that.
I know how you feel, Robert. I mean, I went through the first Red Dead, and it was just like I was enjoying myself by.
You sound
But it
so
was just,
different.
but it was just like I'm just going through a game. It wasn't like
Exactly.
oh,
No, that's
wait,
exactly
wait,
how I
nice.
feel. Where it's like I'm enjoying myself, but I don't get the 97, the huge praise that we were getting.
Well, I thought that my first 6 hours in God of War, I was like, I just want to get to the next, get through this, and then when I started having a little more fun, then I'm like, all right, I rescued a dragon. I know there's 3 because it tells me I did 1 out of the 3,
Spoilers.
and now I'm like, man, I want to go find those other 2 dragons. I want to go finish these 2 little side quest things. Like, that's when it's fun, or that's when you know a game's fun. You want to go and do the extra stuff, but when you're just forcing yourself through it, kind of like me with some of the RPGs I played, I was like, all right, let's just get through this.
Yeah.
Like Child of Light, like let's just get through this. So I
No, don't say that about Child of Light.
Oh look!
anyway,
That man
Robert,
is sold.
All right, and of course I gotta say, have a good night, and have a wonderful day.
all right.
Lord Jesus.
Final thoughts.
So really good podcast. It kind of went a little dark there when we found out somebody didn't know what RC Pro-Am was, but we recovered, so it's okay. Yeah, real good talk. I came in kind of late, but thank you guys for letting me on, and so we can talk about God of War and all things video game ish. I'm still probably gonna go back and watch the XO experience, just to get my own cringeworthy, I guess,
But it's not even so bad it's good. It's just boring as shit.
But no, do it. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions.
Yeah, I think I need to endure that just to get what my take is, and I'll have to come back and I might even do a video on it since I'm doing videos again now. But oh Jesus, what y'all told me doesn't have me too enthused, but I'm gonna go through it anyway. But yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on, and then yeah.
All right, T, final thoughts.
Yeah, I got nothing cute to say. I was broke. Terminator just broke me today. My spirit.
Oh, no.
So good podcast. Fun game, and go.
Hey, I did play Conker's Bad Fur Day, so that's a rare game I played on the N64.
A rare game?
Yeah, you played it rarely for 3 hours. You took that shit back.
6 hours, but yeah, played it.
So I guess that counts for something. But yeah, play Nintendo, fools.
Salty.
Salty out.
So from Friday to Sunday, I was on Twitch pretty much 6, 7, 8 hours a day. The Rocket League RLCS Season 6 Rocket League Championship Series, and it was entertaining. I actually had a team to root for this time. Last year, or in June, I was watching it, just kind of taking in, watching these skilled players. Now I actually have a team I root for, and they won, so it was awesome. I enjoyed it, but I will say they need to change something up, because how many people have 6 hours on Friday, like 6 or 7 hours on Saturday, and like 7 hours on Sunday to like dedicate to a Rocket League? You know, I think if they ever want to like make this a huge event, they got to find some way to shorten it up and make it a more casual friendly experience, because like that is a lot of time dedicated. And I watched them. I think I watched every match, maybe except one, and it's really entertaining for me, and it's awesome seeing my team win. But man, that's a lot of time to have to vote to something, because any other sport, you know, you got a 3-hour game and you got a week in between, like Super Bowls, you know, playoffs happen, and it might be 8 hours, you know, on a Sunday with 2 games, you know. So I don't know. It's really awesome, but I'd have trouble recommending it to somebody, because you're not going to have the time to watch all that stuff. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do a Juice Opinions on that. But it was just good to see a team I root for actually win something. It's been a long time since that's happened, so it was good stuff. I won't spoil.
As a Detroit Lions fan.
Yeah, Detroit. You know, anything fan since the Red Wings in the early 2000s. But yeah, so really, you know, it's a cool thing, but I can understand it wouldn't be for everybody. So that was my weekend with some God of War mixed in and some NES games, and really enjoyed that. So yeah, also the YouTube app on Switch is probably one of the best YouTube apps I've used. It's equal to, or not a little better than the PS4. So shout outs to YouTube for actually, and the Switch for actually getting a legit.
It's just a smart TV version. It's not.
I don't know, it works better than anyone I've used, where it actually the video is actually kind of plain just when you're in like searching through, like I don't know, it's quick, and visually the you know, it's 60 frames per second, where I know, you know, I was a little worried it was going to be like a cutback version. So it's a good experience. So got to give them a shout out for that. It's a little late, but I was expecting a kind of a lame, kind of lesser app for some reason. I don't know, but so they got that right. Now let's see what else they bring us. But anyway, thanks for everybody for tuning in, and we'll be back next week, talk about Game Award nominations and whatever else comes up. So until then, have a good one.